Chips sound really good on this.
When you're high, you're a fat person. That just happened.
I'm like, I get a sandwich from Jimmy John's, and I'm like, I should put some salt and vinegar chips on this sandwich. It sounds like an amazing addition.
Well, and then when you have ramen noodles and you're high, you just put every sauce on there that's in your fridge, and it tastes delicious.
Speaking of ramen noodles,
Oh, that's one of the ingredients in my concoction.
not yours, but
Yeah, and one that I was made as a special dinner
When
for
you
me
were
and my
made?
mom from
What
a
the
person I
fuck?
was dating.
it was made for her,
Awesome.
weirdo.
Yeah, made for
My
us.
mom made this when I was being made.
I was conceived after my mom and dad
Yeah.
ate this.
I mean,
That's what I thought you meant. Like,
Nope.
it's a pretty
My
weird thing
parents had
to
ramen
conceive
noodles
Jessica
and then
after.
conceived me.
Gross.
You're gonna tell us what's in it?
Oh yeah. So it's tortilla. It's a burrito. So inside the burrito is chili cheese Fritos, nacho cheese, like the liquid kind, summer sausage cubed up, pickles cubed up, and cooked ramen noodles.
Chicken
and you
flavored.
put it all together in a burrito, and you grill it together, and you eat it, and it's quite interesting.
I don't know how I feel about the ramen noodles, but everything
You're
else
like, you
sounds
had me
good.
until the ramen noodles.
Yeah,
Everything
it kind
else
of
sounds
holds
like
it all
something I'd
together,
eat.
I guess. Is the
I
ramen
feel like
noodle
that's
style.
something that we should do one day is just get like a bunch of like stoner foods, like I'm doing air quotes.
I ate the
and then
whole
like
burrito.
eat them
It was,
sober.
It was just weird to eat it. It was
you
a weird
had me.
texture.
You had me until you said summer sausage. Why?
Really? You
Why
don't like
does
summer sausage?
I love summer sausage.
It's good.
It doesn't belong in a fucking burrito with chili cheese
Just wait till you
What?
try it.
and nacho cheese.
It's
what?
interesting. I wouldn't cook it.
Who
as,
even
like,
gets nacho
something
cheese at home?
To show someone my skills.
Stoners.
but-
We're gonna invite some high people over to cook for us, and then we're
Jesus.
gonna try the.
It'd
food
be
that they
awesome. Like
make
you throw
us.
my brother and my uncle Chris in the kitchen and be like, "Can you just like make some, get really baked, and then bake us some
Your
stuff?"
Uncle Chris made some great stoner food.
My uncle Chris just made great food in general.
Yes, but half the food he thought up that was his own recipe, he did while he was high.
probably.
Take whatever you can find in our fridge and just make something.
Yeah.
I could do
There's
that.
so many options.
I mean, hell, half the time I cook, that's what I do. I just fucking grab some shit out of the fridge and put it in.
Okay. Hi, you guys. Welcome to TF4 Podcast. This is episode
37?
37?
Damn,
Um,
we're almost 40. And man, I'm 40.
yeah, we have a special guest today, our first female guest.
Hello.
Hi,
Breaking
Jessica.
history there.
That means
Hi.
there's going to be some problems.
We're outnumbered.
Too much estrogen in the
The
basement.
feminists are taking over.
Okay,
Send help.
I have enough testosterone to cover it. We're fine.
You really think you're just like the big man on campus, don't you?
What?
Why was that a question?
Campus.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
bosses.
That gold glittery headband you got going on right there.
I know. I
is-
can't. I feel like I'm like
Precious.
I'm like
It's making me
talking to you, but I'm
second-guess some
staring at your
sexuality.
Yeah, I bought
headband.
that for him from the Renaissance
Looks
Festival
awesome,
this
doesn't it?
year.
Yeah.
Is that where you got that candle with the tongue and the?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the pick. I got a pickle.
We went to that same one. She got the pickle.
I got a unicorn and I got the 3 eyeball blob too.
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
We just got smelly shit. That was like the only thing that I.
We
Smelly
got
shit?
smelly shit, and then I got that candle.
She told me she bought
Turkey
candles. I
leg.
thought she bought the lotion candles we were looking at last year.
Oh,
I
you
have
one
one,
of
and I
those.
haven't even really used it.
I didn't
When
think
she
I didn't
just
think I would ever
grabbed your
use it either.
beard.
She did.
That was so
It was great.
awkward.
It was
I
really
thought
awkward,
like,
but it was great.
uncomfortable.
She was like up in there.
I
Massaging
almost
every fiber.
instinctively grabbed her butt.
You don't like butts now?
Not strangers' butts.
Well, you don't know beard rules, man.
She wasn't.
If you grab the beard, I get
not
to grab your butt.
attractive, So
That's true. She wasn't.
yeah. Anyways.
Part of the reason why I didn't instinctively grab her butt.
What?
Do we introduce ourselves first, or
Yes.
do we do
Yeah,
the plugs
say
first?
hello.
You have to go first.
No,
No, you go
You
first.
go first.
No? Oh, whatever. I thought you usually go.
It throws us off when we do the
Natasha.
rotation of like 4. So then it's like when it gets back to you, it's been 4 weeks at least, and we're like,
That's why last week I introduced myself first and then I introduced myself last again.
See, I thought that the person that was leading the episode introduced themselves last.
No, you say
you
hi.
do.
I
Actually,
did
you
both.
do whatever you want to do.
You
It's
do
your,
you,
your
Fine,
boo-boo.
yeah,
leading
you're right.
episode.
You're right. She's leading the episode. You do whatever you want.
All right, whatever. I'm Natasha.
I'm Vox.
I'm Marcus.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kara.
Hey, that was smooth.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Please visit our website at TF4podcast.com. You can listen and download episodes and check out our blog posts and updates as well. And we still have not put any tidbits about ourselves.
Tidbits.
I have my own tidbit. It's in my pants.
Okay, well, you keep that there. You don't want to put that on the website.
You sure?
I don't
Everyone
know.
else seems to want it.
You can also find our episodes on your go-to podcast app, including iTunes, Podcast Addict, CastBox, and Podbean. Pretty much everything except Spotify and iHeartRadio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Please subscribe
We're
and
not
leave
that
us
cool
a
yet.
review and rating. It's a great way to help to support us for free. It also goes a long way towards promoting us and gaining popularity. I had one of my friends started listening to the podcast, and he has an Android, but he didn't tell me what app he used because I asked him and then he didn't.
Then he ignored you and said, "You suck."
No, he said he was the one that I sent you guys a screenshot when he said good
I think
job.
my dad downloads them straight from the website.
Yeah, when I try and listen to him too, I just like go TF4podcast.com and click
I
and
get
play.
notifications on my iPhone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
iPhone. I joined the party. Jessica's
Woo.
working
I
on it.
subscribed on the work phone so I can listen right
She
from the
did.
work
Communist.
phone.
Perfect.
Multitasking.
On the website, we're hitting about 1,000 page views a month. So
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 40 of them are me. So,
yeah, like 1,000 of them are me. So
Can you put Owen Wilson on your thing and be like, wow.
wow.
yeah, I will get a bunch of stuff.
You gotta do that
Wow.
Vine. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can also find us on Facebook by searching for TF4 Podcast. We post weekly updates and share our episodes. Drop us a like and follow us to stay connected for when we make new posts. You can also find us on Redbubble. There's me and Mark have stickers now.
Yeah,
We're still
yeah, we
waiting
do.
on Vox
Cars
and
will be
Cars.
up very soon.
Why are you putting yourself up last?
Because he doesn't.
I haven't
know.
even
He's
designed
saving the
mine.
best
Save
for
it.
last.
okay.
Like I don't even know what to do.
I gave you. Some
You already made
ideas.
yours.
No, I didn't.
I liked it.
What?
Yeah.
the
we
one
like
you
the
use
one
with
that
the hat
you
and the
made.
Oh, the
glasses.
hat, but everyone's different for the stickers. Besides you, actually. What was that?
My sticker is different?
I thought it was a bug, and then I was like, "Where did it go?" And then I just.
Well, there was like the gigantic cricket that attacked Vox earlier, and then the
Yes.
spider that attacked you doing laundry. So
Like, there's a
What just
giant
happened?
spider.
I flipped my bottle cap at her, and
cap.
she didn't
It hit
even
the
notice
wall
it
and
until
then
it hit the
went
wall and bounced back.
I saw something fly up, and I was like, "What the hell was that?" And then I was
This
like, "Okay, maybe it was
basement has
just
been a mess.
bug."
If you look up, we had a leak here earlier, and it was dripping onto the table.
Uh-oh.
Not
Yeah.
a lot. It was like a little tiny baby.
Yeah, I was not
Uh-oh.
not a
A
fan.
little tiny
Like,
baby. of
Yeah.
water.
group gasp. You're like,
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
podcast table was caving in. We couldn't handle it. If you're interested in owning some of your very own podcast merch, check us out on Redbubble. We currently have stickers, mugs, and phone cases available.
Pillowcases, too. You
Yeah.
can sleep on me.
You can sleep on my peach.
How come they can and I
great.
can't?
How can they compete with that?
you get it in IRL.
No, I don't.
No, he doesn't.
You wouldn't be comfortable with that. What if I farted?
That'd be awesome. He wakes up with pink eye. Worth it.
Oh,
Okay,
don't get me started. on
Speaking of
pink eye.
farting, I have a story after I finish this.
Hey.
plug.
Fuck you.
Okay, anyway, so every purchase goes to support our growth, and we appreciate you guys rocking our logo day to day. We have a YouTube, and I think Taylor Swift fan something followed us on
Taylor
We
Swift
have a
fan,
subscriber.
1313 subscribers.
Shout out.
He's like our fourth subscriber. I'm gonna
sure?
assume it's
What's
me.
the YouTube spiel? You're like and subscribe. Turn on the bell icon for notifications when we post.
I don't care.
You don't watch
There's a
enough
lot of
YouTube
YouTubes.
stuff?
I do every day,
All
but
the
I just
YouTubes?
don't care.
Subscribe. Stay notified.
Yeah,
Drop
there's-
us a
Ding,
like,
ding,
bro.
done.
Yeah, I think
Well done.
episodes 20 something to 30 something around there.
Yeah, the
28
most recent few
to
haven't-
34, I
I'm
believe.
a little behind, but we'll get there.
Something like that.
It's fine.
By the way, Taylor Swift fan, don't feel bad about your YouTube name and the fact that you haven't changed it yet. Vox is still Slipknot fan.
I am not. My YouTube's not
On
that.
PlayStation, you are.
PlayStation.
Yeah, but you can't change that. And I made that
Not
when
yet.
I was like
They
12.
will. You
It's
will.
okay. I have Heidi 223 or 233.
Heidi?
Heidi.
Yeah, I was like
She has
Big
like
fan.
I was in
hundreds of
grade.
thousands of views, by the
Yeah.
way. Not even
Oh
exaggerating.
yeah, the
Not even
Nick
exaggerating.
Jonas and
Yeah,
the Miley
the
Cyrus
stories
and all
that I
that
made
stuff.
up,
The
yeah.
little stories she made.
But I like the name Heidi, and I didn't want to do Natasha because I was like, no one can know who I am. Not that anyone's gonna be like, oh, Natasha, I go to school with that girl.
Heidi,
Right.
Heidi ho.
And if you like us, if you enjoy us so much that you would like to help us grow financially, you can become a Patreon at patreon.com. Just search for TF4 Podcast, and you'll see a variety of reward tiers where we give you awesome stuff in exchange for your support.
We'd
Shout
like
out to
some money.
Dustin and Steve.
Could you, like, shut up and give us the money?
All right, so I have the fart story. Well, it's not really.
It's not a fart story.
So
I wanna
Sounds
know the
like a fart story.
Oh no.
So
It's
I
not.
asked,
I
It's
love
worse.
fart stories.
It's worse than a fart story.
So I asked my manager
Oh,
if I
no.
could get off early today because I just didn't feel like being at work and
Get off.
I needed to get some stuff done when I got home. So I didn't tell Vox that I got off early because I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna surprise him. So I opened the
Fucking
we have a
bitch.
garage door opener, so I opened the garage.
This is how people
and
die.
I pull it. I was kind of afraid that like if I surprised him enough, he would like stab me or something, but that didn't happen. So I pulled into the garage and I'm just sitting there listening to My Favorite Murder. And then I see him like come up like angrily behind my car. And he's like, what the hell are you doing home? And I was like, what? He's like, I was in the middle of taking a shit. I didn't even wipe.
I walked into the door, okay? I had walked into the door. I had just sat down and the first turd came flopping out of my asshole. And
Oh my god.
and I hear the garage door opening and I'm like, what the fuck?
If I'm gonna die, I'm going out without wiping first.
No, so I thought at this point, like,
Let's scare this motherfucker away with my ass.
I'm like, maybe my garage door's freaking
I'm locked
out.
and loaded. Let's do this.
Like, maybe my dad's home or like came over or something. I don't know, because my mom and dad have the code for the garage, so they don't need a garage door opener. Yeah, I'm running. I'm like, whoop, like off the toilet, like running out, like, oh shit.
Nah,
So-
shit. Good way to put it.
Yeah, so I got a shitty ass and a anxiety through the roof, and then it's this dumb bitch sitting in there.
I was
like,
just sitting there. I was
surprised. I'm like,
I was like, are you not
I'll
happy
be right
to
back. I got to
see me?
fucking wipe.
I was pissed.
He's like, you're
You were
lucky.
shit.
He's like, you're lucky I came through the front door and came behind you rather than coming through the side door because I probably would have stabbed you.
Oh, I grabbed my knife. I had my knife ready. I was like, this is not happening right now. I was so mad.
I felt like I should have told him, but I was kind of like, you know what? Let's see what happens if I just show
Well,
up.
now you have a story forever.
You know what happens when a car comes home early? I hear the door open, and I'm just like, oh, wonder who's here. And I just kind of peek into the hallway, and
You're jumping off the John without wiping to run into the garage and see who's here. We come home last night and the front door is locked, but the back door
door's
is
open.
wide open because my brother is like, oh, I had to hurry up and lock Tally up because Dad was waiting for me, so I locked the front door. I'm like, yeah, but it defeated the purpose. You left the back door wide
Oh my
open.
gosh.
Yeah.
that's her brother.
I don't know.
He's went to bed with the front door wide open too.
Yep.
I'm comfortable
I could
here.
not, yeah.
I'm just still a little paranoid. Like, I don't know. I work hard for everything I have, and the last thing
Well,
I want is
I'm
For
the same
Natasha
way.
to break it and steal it.
yeah.
This fucking bitch. How dare you live here and steal my shit?
To dare this person break through coming through the garage with the code that you have to use to get
Well,
in.
I wasn't supposed to be home for like another 2.5 hours.
How dare somebody open my garage
Yeah, so
door
I'm
loudly?
like, okay, I'm gonna have my drink. I'm gonna take my shit. Like, no problem. She comes walking.
Vox
through
is
the
doing
door.
his 3 S's, and you caught him on the first
Yeah,
S.
the triple S.
Shit, shower, and shave.
Yeah.
You caught him
That's
on
a
the
good
first
story.
S. Nice
That's a
job.
good story forever.
Jesus. Man. And now it's forever embedded on the internet. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
And now it's going to become a couple drops.
And now
Hey, at
Natasha
least
has
he
gotten
didn't-
her revenge for I gotta poop.
The first turd came flopping out of my ass.
At least he didn't stab me.
Yeah.
I was like driving home. I'm like, maybe I should text him and tell him I'm coming home so he doesn't like run out and stab me thinking I'm an intruder.
You're lucky we don't have guns in here yet.
You probably wouldn't have brought a gun out with
I'm
you.
gonna get my.
You're in Warren. Nobody's going to notice. Here. Oh, the Bloods are at it again.
So we got a lot of laughter out of her, but we haven't had any
Yeah. What the hell?
contribution to the conversation
What are you
yet.
doing
So we
over
should
there?
Probably warm her up with some
Have
questions.
you ever been scared so hard that you didn't wipe
you
your
pooped?
ass?
No, I take that extra second. And I take care of business.
You know what? If I'm going to
first.
die, I'm going to
If I'm
die with some
gonna die,
dignity.
It's not going to be with shit on my ass. Okay.
How do you know? You could shit yourself when you die.
Whoa.
Hey, then it is what it is.
We know a lot about murder, okay?
My favorite murder.
She was listening to that earlier, and I wanted to like just throw her phone in the toilet. 'Cause
Why?
I can't stand those people. I'm sorry.
I
liked
love
it.
that
I
it's
love
very
them.
like casual. Yeah, I played it in the car for.
Cara
I
played
liked
it.
it.
Cara played it at home the other day, and I was like,
This is
I
awful.
was just
You have
confused
to-
because she was just listening to two
It's
people talk,
interesting.
and it's irregular because like I listen to podcasts all the time, and usually they're just two people talking. But I'm used to those, so I'm not used to hearing just two random female voices talking about stuff that I can't really understand the conversation because I'm not listening to it. But
They're like
I just
us,
hear
where
two
they like come to the plate with topics. Granted, they do know a lot about murders and they know a lot just from over the time. but they don't really research the stuff very much beforehand. Like,
Oh,
not a
that's-
I
ton.
think
That's like the
there's
opposite of the
sometimes
ones I
where they
listen to.
do.
Right.
I know sometimes they know, and sometimes they're like, oh, I couldn't figure
I
out what
didn't look
murder
this
to
up,
do,
yeah.
so I just looked it up on Wikipedia.
I do love that they're just two women talking about murder, because I don't feel like there's a lot of podcasts out there that are like just women's podcast.
Female podcast.
There's
Female
a shitload of
podcast.
podcasts out there that's just women.
Right,
yeah.
but I mean, like, it's like that's super popular. It's something that you wouldn't expect like two girls to sit
Yeah,
around and
it's
talk
not-
about.
yeah,
It's just
it's-
sitting there talking about murder.
Yeah, because
Hey,
I know a
bitches
lot
kill
of like.
too, you know.
Well, I know a lot of Bachelor. It's not about women that kill. It's just about murders.
Just joking.
I listen to a lot of like Bachelorette like podcasts, but they have like it's like a talk show. It's not.
Yeah, but
like
that's a woman's topic.
don't talk
Murder
about-
is
I laughed
everybody's
so
topic.
hard.
Yeah.
I'm like tense
Yeah.
in my back now. I laughed at your poop story so hard.
Nice job.
It wasn't that funny.
She laughed so hard, now she's got to poop.
Uh-oh.
No.
No. Okay, Jess.
Yes.
We do this thing when we have guests, which we haven't had a guest in a while.
Yeah,
It's been a little
right.
while.
So
Since like Dustin, right?
yeah, and when was that? Oops, sorry. I should probably mute that.
Back in the olden days when we were in the apartment.
Yeah, back in the old days.
Yeah, now
Um,
Dustin and Steve have to
Well,
come back. 'cause we're
actually,
the
Steve
house.
was the last guest we had, not Dustin.
No, Dustin was after Steve.
I thought Steve was the
number
first
one.
guest.
Who was
Steve
our
was
first
number
guest?
Yeah,
Yep.
Steve was number
one.
Yeah.
He was number one.
He was number.
Smitty Werbin Jaegerman Jensen.
We do a thing where we ask our guests questions though, because everyone knows who we are.
Right.
Well, our 5 listeners know who we are,
Yeah.
but we don't know who you are.
Right.
Because Dustin knows you. Does Steve know you? Yeah, Steve knows you.
Mm.
But Tony
Steve-
don't
Steve
know
doesn't
you.
really
Once
know
a
her.
year, I would see
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
So
So I don't really have a question yet. I'm still thinking on this, but
okay.
I think this is the time now.
I know her well enough that I don't really have a question.
You got
Well,
You
they
can
don't.
still ask a
I'll think of
question.
one.
Yeah,
I'll think
yeah,
of one.
Yeah, Mark.
But
I wrote down a whole list of things that we were going to talk about today, and I did not write down a question for Jessica. So,
wow,
um,
bad topic to start with.
what's your favorite flavor of M&M?
Like, what?
They
Flavor
all taste
of
the
M&M?
same.
I know the answer. It's blue. It's the prettiest one. I think it would taste the best. I pick them out and I eat them first. They're like the best ones.
Why do I know?
calm
this
down there,
reference?
Jackie.
What
What'd you say?
Why do I know? Oh, that's a Friends reference, isn't it?
I don't know.
What was that? What?
I just asked.
No, that's
I
I
was
was eating M&Ms last
yeah,
week
we-
at work, and I was eating
Oh,
this one. I'm like,
okay.
I bet if they tasted different, this one would taste the best. And she's like, they're the same candy, just like with a candy coating. And I'm
I
like,
think you were telling
I
us
think
that.
the blue would be the best one. So that's
If
a real
this
thing.
candy
Isn't it
had a
like
flavor.
is it? No, it's not made. Is it Made in Manhattan or is it the other one? The Wedding
M&Ms?
Planner with Jennifer Lopez
Oh,
and
she
Matthew
only eats the brown
McConaughey.
ones?
She only eats the
Right.
brown ones. Is it because they have like less artificial coloring in them or something?
Which is not true. I just think the prettiest one would taste the best. It's a logical.
The brown ones probably taste more like shit.
Cara, I
What?
could do my riddle and have them answer the riddle.
Ooh, yes.
Uh-oh.
When we'll get to
Yes.
that one.
Matt Riddle, the professional wrestler.
What?
Matt Riddle, the professional wrestler.
No.
No, a riddle.
How would you consider yourself as a human being? Like, for instance, Mark considers himself an asshole.
I would consider myself a bitch,
Oh.
but
Not a basic one.
not a basic
basic
bitch.
one?
Just a
I'm more
straight up bitch.
complicated. I can be super nice, but if you cross me or you do something I don't agree with, I can turn that switch pretty quick. So I'm a quick switching bitch.
Quick switch, bitch. Quick switch, bitch.
I'm glad I don't.
And I thrive to be extra. I do.
She really
thrive to be
does.
extra.
Stop it.
Doc still doesn't understand the concept of extra.
Stop it.
Pinterest.
He thinks it's
Is extra.
superfluous.
Okay, I think I told you guys this in the chat about it, but specifically, Jessica being extra is that she had Jackson's birthday. His 3rd birthday was dinosaur
Dinosaur
themed.
theme. Yes.
And she made hard-boiled eggs that she was doing like deviled eggs, and she put food coloring in the yolk mixture to make it green so that they were dinosaur eggs.
They were dino eggs.
And then-
That's extra. I went
So-
above the normal.
Yeah, so you're literally just
preparing.
doing something extra.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I explained
Sort of, but
2
No,
not.
you were
fucking
like
weeks ago.
putting extra pickles on a sandwich.
Yeah,
That's like
You're
extra.
doing-
it would be
You're-
slicing
No.
the pickles in a strategic way to go
Oh,
on the
that's
sandwich.
so
That's extra.
annoying.
I
Yeah.
need spear pickles
Like,
on my burger, please.
If you make a kid a sandwich and you cut a smiley face into it when you're
You're
taking the crust
extra.
off, that's extra.
Yeah,
And instead of
that's
just taking the
doing
crust
Sorry,
something
if you're
extra
taking the crust
for
off
your
your
kid.
sandwich for your kids, you're raising
making
them
an
wrong.
extra sandwich is
My
doing
brain.
something extra.
You eat the ends.
brain.
Yeah?
No,
Yes.
no.
You raise your children to eat everything. They're supposed to eat the whole.
Eat
Good luck.
everything
Put
without
food
discrimination.
on their
Make
plate. They
my
eat the
son
food.
eat everything.
Says the guy who
No, your son
doesn't
doesn't
eat
eat it.
vegetables.
No. I'm saying
Mark
if
might
there's
have
food on
better
your
luck
plate,
with that.
He does do so much better with anybody but me.
your son really
Mark,
loves me.
Mark,
He
Mark
loves
tends to be like, "Hey
everybody
Jackson, eat
so much
this," and
more.
he'd be like, "Okay,
Yeah,
eat it."
Jackson loves
Yeah.
me.
It's that
Huh.
male camaraderie he's looking
I'm his
for.
best
so
friend.
All right, Tosh, you got a
You're just
question?
the tallest man
Yeah.
he knows.
Were you looking up a real good one, like a juicy
I was,
question?
No, it's not really juicy, but
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of like
Juicy.
questions to get to know her. If you could live in any time period, what would it be?
I think probably like pioneer
What?
era, like when
Like the
Like
gold
Oregon
rush.
olden
Trail?
times,
Like the
yeah,
gold rush?
Oregon Trail, like going
Gold rush.
to find gold,
Wild
and going
West.
in, like,
What do you
the
think
Oregon
your
Trail, yeah.
career would be in that
I'd be a
time?
housewife, just churning butter and raising
Churn
kids,
that,
Just
churn that butter, baby.
Yeah,
She's really good
that's
with
it.
her hands, I think
I'm
is what she's
very
saying.
good with my hands. Yes,
This sort of motion.
yes, churning butter. Yep.
That's a good question.
That was a good
That was a
question.
good one.
All right, Mark.
When you churn the butter, do you churn it fast or slow?
Oh my god.
Both hands are like one.
That was a good one. No, really. I'm going to steal Vox's old question since he said he was always going to ask this.
Oh,
if you
shit.
could pick any superpower, what would you pick?
Damn it.
Ooh, a
Anyways.
superpower.
At least it was still asked.
I don't know.
Did you ask a question?
If I had to pick a superpower,
Yep.
I'd probably pick like not flying, but being able to like climb. I guess like Spider-Man kind of climbing ability. I
Okay.
like
Oh,
to
okay.
climb on stuff.
You want to be sticky?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say if you said flying, you like didn't like you accused yourself of being a basic bitch.
Yeah, no. No, I don't want to.
Climbing is interesting.
Climbing.
Why do you
is
want
Plus-
to climb?
Plus,
I
you're,
still want to be able to like walk around and like be normal, but like I'd be like,
get to
"Oh,
be-
I want to
you
reach that.
you get to
climb
be
this
you get to be
building,
more
too. Yeah, just,
adventurous about it.
Walk on the side of a building would be cool.
Yeah. Plus, Jackson loves Spider-Man, so
There you go.
win-win.
Did you get him a PS4 yet?
No.
What?
No.
He has a tablet with
He's
kid-friendly
about to be
games, and that's
4.
it.
Get him a
4.
PS4. He's gotta play Spider-Man. He's not a true Spider-Man fan unless. He's
Okay,
playing
how
PS4
is he
Spider-Man.
supposed to play
I'm
Spider-Man?
fucking
He's
around.
4 years
Relax.
old.
He probably doesn't
he
even know
still
Spider-Man's
struggles a
real
little
name,
bit to
Vox.
zip
He
up
has
his
bad
jacket by
hand-eye
himself.
coordination. He's not good with games yet.
Yeah, the controller is probably the size of like both of his hands put together.
Right.
He tries to do t-ball and he just gives up on the ball and just smacks the stand. No, I'm just kidding. He's pretty good at t-ball.
Better than
He's-
I am.
He has bad hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
So
It's okay,
he'll
I
get
He'll get
better.
there.
He cannot steer at all. So.
The problem is that Jessica's really trying to make him a lefty. So she keeps trying to get him to do stuff from the left side, but he's definitely a right-handed
So this
person.
is my first and only child. We have the same birthday, and
Whoa,
he
whoa,
looks
what?
just like me.
You have the
Yeah.
same birthday?
So he was born on my birthday. We have the same birthday. I also share it with my
fuck? I didn't know
stepdad
that.
and one of his friends. So it's a very popular day
No
in
kidding.
my life.
What's the day?
October 3rd. It's coming up.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
almost
Oh.
old. So
Almost old. You're already old.
I know. I am the
What's
oldest.
almost old?
She's about to be
I'll
the
be
age I will never
29.
turn.
I'll be pushing 30 officially.
You are old.
But you're not 30 yet.
She's not old.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. But no, I want him to be just like me. He has the same. He looks just like me. I feel, and I want him to be left-handed.
Definitely. Looks
Are you
like
left-handed?
I am.
Woo,
Yes.
me too.
You got to teach him the hand-eye coordination so he can do the wing tips like you.
No, he will not be doing wingtips unless it's like flying a plane. No makeup. Nope.
Yeah. No, I feel
you.
you on
Oh, see now that's different to hear because I feel like parents like
Right now.
are
Yeah.
like
Be
"Oh,
whatever you want to be.
My
What
son
do you
wants
do?
to wear like mascara and
that. Sorry,
eyeshadow.
my son is not wearing makeup unless it's Halloween.
Right.
What if?
I mean, granted, you really wouldn't let your daughter wear makeup until she's in her teens anyway.
yeah, an
right?
appropriate
Even-
age.
I got a tough question for you.
Okay.
What if Jackson decides he's not a boy?
I'm pretty confident he knows he's a boy already. Normally, they know really quick in their life. I feel like it's realized pretty early on, but I feel like he's pretty boyish. He has some girl qualities, but he's around females
He's only
so
around
much.
women, really.
I was gonna say,
So
He's in a
he
female
has
dominant home.
mannerisms that are from me and my mom, and that's just part of being a single mom. So he's gonna be a little bit more feminine, but he has his boy moments. He likes dinosaurs and trucks and cars and really
Girls
racers.
can
and
like
crashing
dinosaurs and
things
trucks.
into each other
Yes.
and
Girls do that
looking
a
at
lot.
himself in the mirror when he's talking.
That's little me. That's a little bit me.
Uh-oh.
I do that too.
What's your question, Vox?
Didn't I ask one?
Nope.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
did.
Yeah. I
What
was
did he
like,
ask?
wait, now you're confusing me.
I don't think he asked.
Oh,
one.
that you were asking about the if. Okay, yeah. I
What
thought
did
you
I
were just
ask?
asking based on a topic about Jackson.
I don't remember.
You
What
just
did I ask?
you asked about
Okay.
what we were just talking about, like
I don't know, man.
It's
It's been a long day.
Mascara, you kind of chimed in at that.
All
point.
right. Anyway,
He did
Yeah.
ask a
Let's-
question. That's why I asked
let's
the superpower question.
flashback to about 4 years ago. How was childbirth?
Childbirth did not go as planned, just like pretty much every pregnancy. It never goes just how you expect it to go. I was convinced early on I was going to go into labor early, so I like took off work early, was ready to go. He was not going to come out. He was 8 pounds already when
Oh
they
my
did my
God.
ultrasound.
Whoa.
So they were like, he's ready when you are. And I'm like, hey, my birthday's Friday. Let's make that happen. So they induced me the day before, and I did not progress. I got to like 5 centimeters for the guys. That's not big enough to push a baby out of your vagina.
Nope.
So
10 centimeters minimum.
they
I
had
was
to
gonna
cut
say,
him out, and
I
I
don't
had
know
a
anything.
C-section.
Oh, you
So
did have a
I
She has a
did have
video.
C-section. I do have the
her
video of my
phone.
C-section. It's a very nice video. It's not gross.
So how do you feel?
They just like pulled this long ass baby out, and
Yes.
she goes, you hear her go.
My
"Is he
first
cute?"
question when his head popped out, my mom was like, "He's coming, baby," and I'm like, "Is he cute?" That's the first thing I asked. Was
Were
that
you all
cute?
doped up?
I did have a lot of medication at that point,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I think that was the first question I would have asked if I had no medication. I want to know if he's
Probably
cute.
true.
You don't want an
No.
ugly baby.
No.
No, yeah.
Nobody
No.
wants an ugly
What was
baby.
your question?
How do you feel? How would you feel if somebody told you that you weren't a real mom if you didn't really give birth?
I went
people
through the
say
same
that?
amount of pain,
Yeah.
if
I've
not
seen
more,
that online a lot.
from
It's
having
hilarious.
a surgery. It's a major surgery. Childbirth is a lot harder, I'm sure, in some aspects, but I had to recover from a surgery for months and up to a year
Plus you had a big
after I
ass
still
scar, right?
had. It's not huge.
Plus-
it's just mine had complications. I had to go back and mine opened back up, and
And
surgery
C-sections-
is more risky than having a
C-sections still
natural
kind of
birth.
affect the way that you have children in the future
I-
too, doesn't
I-
it? It's not like vaginal birth where you can just like kind of
You
keep
can just pop
having
them
them.
out.
Popping 'em
With
out,
a
yeah.
C-section, you can only have so many. And if you want to try it the old natural way, you have to have a doctor in your room the whole time, and you have to be really careful that there's not any more complications. So it really does make it harder for future. So
Right. Plus your birth canal isn't like it.
my birth canal is
It
just
didn't
fine.
open.
Mark,
It didn't.
so-
No, but like Jesus Christ. But because you didn't have a vaginal birth, your birth canal like didn't stretch the same way that
Right.
anyone having their first child in a
That's the
vaginal
first
birth
thing I
would.
told my mom.
So your next child will probably be a like
She's like, I don't gotta bounce
a
back.
typical-
I was
Oh.
like, Mom, my vagina's not ruined. And she's like, Are you serious? I was in the hospital. And I was like, But my
God.
vagina's not going to be ruined.
That's
She's
my
like, it
biggest
bounces
fear.
back. And I'm like, It can't bounce back
It-
from that.
it can, though.
Can't.
That's
She's like,
can,
I'm
though.
looking
I
at
bet
him.
you
it can though.
that mine's a little bit different than someone who had a natural birth. That's all I'm saying.
That's my biggest fear is like having a child naturally and then like just being destroyed
right.
down there.
And they'd be like, I still love you, though.
It'd only be
Yeah.
destroyed. It'd only really be destroyed that down there if like your kid's head is like a fucking watermelon.
And
So
that could
Well,
happen.
I'm fucked.
yeah, you're fucked. Tara.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
But you
You're fucked,
can't you
Tara.
can't plan to have a C-section unless it's
Unless
like
there's a reason
medical
to, yeah.
reasons,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Is there another kid in the works or
Like right now, as
on
we
the
speak,
way,
it's being made. No,
or-
I'm just kidding.
No,
No.
in the in the
She's
plans.
actually
is
pregnant
what I
right
mean.
now.
Since I'm older.
It's a good thing Garrett doesn't listen to the podcast.
No, and that's too early to tell. But I think I would probably have one more,
Yeah.
ideally, if it's in the right time frame. So I am older,
Well, she
so
wants
if
it to
I'm
be a
dating
girl.
someone
No, but
younger,
really,
it-
I mean, realistically, you have probably what 10 years to have a kid.
yeah, it would be
you know?
high risk. Over
But
like I think 30
she
is
doesn't.
high risk.
She doesn't want. You don't want the baby to be too much younger than Jackson.
No, I don't
though.
want
yeah,
to
you
have
don't
an
want
8-year-old
like
and
a
an
14-year
infant.
difference.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm on like a time crunch, and it's not like a ticking clock. It's more like a friendly reminder email that pops in, like ding, just checking in.
Like, hi, I'm still
It's just like letting me know. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be heartbroken. I think I'll be fine if I didn't have another one, but I want one more. If it's a girl, I'm done.
No, you said if it was a
Oh,
boy,
if it's
you'd
a
be
boy,
done.
I'm done. I'm not trying again. If it's a girl, I'd be open to trying one more time to give them a boy of their own, whoever I'm with at that point.
Yeah.
So that's the.
That's kind of a weird fucking way to explain that because
Why?
I understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
now that I think of it, it sounds like some Game of Thrones shit. Like,
Why?
'cause you're like,
If
I want
I'm,
to
You
I
need
don't
an
want
heir.
two
give him a
boys.
boy, like so he can carry on the
But
last
she means
name.
like if
If
she
I
had a
have a
girl, she'd be
boy-
happy. She'd be
Yeah.
like, set, I got my boy, I got my girl, I'm very happy.
yeah.
But it's still an opportunity. Like, I'm willing to have another kid if you
I
want to
would
try
be
for a
open
boy.
to having two boys and a girl as long as I have a girl. I don't want to
Okay.
have two boys and then risk that third one being like it's
Another
a boy.
boy.
Again.
She
doesn't
Yeah,
want three
another
boys.
I do not want to be a boy mom forever. Like if
Um,
I am, it's just with Jackson.
One of the gals that my mom works with has 4 boys,
That sounds awful.
and yeah,
My
it's
Kids are
definitely-
hard.
my uncle Gary has 7 children, all boys.
Jeez.
I'm the
See,
oldest
my-
of
All
7.
of them.
My dad has, well,
You're the oldest of
Two-
7.
I'm the oldest of 7.
Holy shit!
I have 2 stepsisters that are girls, and then there's me and my sister who are girls, and then my half sister is a girl too. So there's no one to
Obviously.
carry on our last name.
Right.
That's crazy.
Get hyphenated.
Wah, wah, wah.
Nope.
Nope.
Wha-
Don't be basic
no,
bitches.
I'm not
All the
hyphenated.
girls.
Adams Kosha? That doesn't sound
Kosha
right.
Adams.
Kosha Adams.
I feel like
no.
our chances are pretty
No.
good. We're just gonna kind of roll the dice with however many kids we decide to have, because your dad
A whole
did have
football
all
team.
boys, but your brother had like girl.
had a girl first.
Yeah, your
Girl,
brother was
girl,
like
boy,
50-50. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many are you? All girls or half and half or?
It's half and half. So
Is it stepsisters, half sisters?
they're all
brothers?
half.
Oh,
I
they're
have
all
one
half. Okay.
step, but that's not including that's not what I was including.
Okay.
All my halves. It's me, then my sister Shannon, my sister Marisa, my brother Nick, my brother Rusty, my sister May. Gosh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then my brother
Jesus.
Travis, who's
No,
7.
Angelo, and then Travis.
Angela's a
Seven?
stepbrother.
Oh, I thought Angelo was your
Angelo-
dad's.
It's my stepdad's son.
yeah.
So yeah, he's my
Your adopted
stepbrother.
dad's son. Sorry.
Right. I have a lot of family.
confused.
It's a lot of
I
different
bet the
sides and
reunions
everything.
are crazy.
Yeah.
They're all split up into 2 different things. One's normal, one's kind of crazy, but
Aren't
Just-
all family reunions?
I've never
crazy,
had
though?
a family reunion.
no, my family didn't
Really?
get
Think-
together like
yeah,
that.
I mean,
Ours does.
It's really
ours gets
broken.
together.
my family
Stuff.
reunion is like us going over for dinner.
Some of my family is
No,
married like
so-
each other's like best friends or stuff like that, so it's really awkward. So on my real dad's side, it's a little screwy. So he can't really have family reunion. My
Y'all are all
sister's
messed up.
mom is his now wife's best friend. You know, so it's and his daughter's godmother. It gets crazy.
Is he
There's a
married to any
diagram.
cousins? We talked about that last week.
No.
Why do I keep
Not
ending up with really
married.
close friends who've got screwed up parents that do like
So you
crazy
can
shit?
be the best friend and like hear all their problems and listen to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's quite a
Normal-
few stories.
The
Well, like
normal
Lauren,
people have to have-
my other best friend Lauren, her parents are like her mom and dad divorced and then married their best friends who divorced each other. So then like now all of her like growing up friends are her step siblings.
What the hell?
That's
Yep.
weird.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you date your stepbrother before your mom and stepdad were together?
So my
Oh,
mom
boy.
was going to get married to a gentleman. I knew his son from school. We started dating. My mom and his dad started dating, and we dated for a little bit once we found out what happened because we didn't know at first. We did hook up a couple times after we found out. Once we years down the line, it's like, hey, they're getting married today. You want to hook up? Yeah, just like one more time for old time's sake before it's like irresponsible or inappropriate. Yeah, but
Was
super
it-
fun.
Yeah.
It was?
Wait, what? Oh, no. it
Oh,
wasn't.
some guy that I dated, him and his stepsister were dating, and they hooked
Wait,
up.
no.
Yes.
You never dated.
No, not
You're pinching me. Why are you hurting me?
She's really hard.
because I'm trying to think. It wasn't. Well, not dated. We hooked up. Whatever.
Who?
I don't want to say.
You're
his
definitely
name on the
dropping his fucking
podcast.
name. Oh, well, don't say his last name.
Shout out.
Andy.
What up,
Wait,
bitch?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he dated his stepsister.
Well, so did.
Who?
I like to
didn't
whisper,
know
too.
that.
Yeah.
Realizations.
Oh.
Let's narrow that down a bit.
Mutual friend.
I'm hi-
Found
we
out
know
all
your
their
step
secrets.
siblings.
Can
a lot
you-
of my family's
can
not
you, like-
really family.
Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you
Just
Shit.
remind him to
can
bleep
you
it out.
bleep out the last names in there?
Yeah, I need time signatures and shit. It's like a half hour.
What if I just said you would have been like who?
I would have known. There's
Yeah.
only one.
Whatever.
Well, I dated a stepsister, so
Yeah.
kind of douchey.
I mean-
Yeah.
So you have
What?
two people that you know that dated their stepsisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's crazy.
Well, they were dating. Did he date Taylor
I knew
before?
him first. It's different.
Yeah. That's what
They
happened
knew.
with.
Yeah,
with
the
To
guy
be
that
fair-
I hooked up with. He
Yeah.
knew
to be
his
fair,
sister-
Jessica wasn't
stepsister
dating
first.
him while their parents were together.
Just that
She-
one.
this
They were
being-
dating
hooked up.
before the parents got together,
We
and
dated
then they dated for a
before.
little
Right,
bit
that's what I meant.
longer.
Yeah. Once
And
they
then they were
once
like,
we
"This is
found
weird."
out, we're like, well, this is kind of awkward, but we can probably make it work. And then we were like, no, we cannot. 2 weeks
Yeah,
later,
that's
it was
fucking
like,
weird.
no, we didn't date for a long time. He was not.
Isn't
Fucking
there?
weird.
Oh,
He's
that happens in
not good.
Gossip Girl too.
That does happen in Gossip Girl,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Am I the only one who hasn't watched Gossip Girl?
I have
Probably.
not, but I acted like I
Hey.
did.
Oh.
It was really good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Dan-
You're like, oh.
So Dan and
Oh,
Serena's parents dated in high
Yeah.
school, and then they disconnected and didn't see each other, and then Dan and Serena started dating, and then the parents reconnected, and then the parents got married. So then Dan and Serena kind of like still saw each other a little bit, and then stopped seeing each other, and then they got divorced,
They're
separated.
like, kids are going grocery shopping. They're like, bye, have fun. They close the door. Get upstairs.
Yeah, let's all move in together.
It was more classy than that. Okay.
I feel like
Gossip
something like
Girl.
that happened in Veronica Mars too, but I could be wrong.
I've only seen the movie.
There was a
I haven't
movie.
seen the show. Yeah.
What?
What?
Kristen Bell.
I haven't seen the movie yet. Well, of course she is. She's Veronica
I
Mars.
saw it after the Demi Lovato concert,
I need to see it now.
like a few
I
years
didn't know
ago.
that.
Oh.
I didn't know
I love
there was a
Kristen
movie for it
Bell.
either. Oh, you know what? I lied. I didn't know there was a movie for it. I just forgot. We
I
never
probably
saw
knew.
it.
I probably knew at some point, but I love Kristen Bell.
Hmm.
She's the main reason I want to see the movie Chips, because at the time in the movie Chips, she had just had her kid. She was breastfeeding. Her tits were huge.
Oh my God. Well, you got to see The Good Place if you like Kristen Bell a lot.
Never heard of that.
It's a TV show. It's really
Oh.
good.
Did you breastfeed?
I did.
How was that?
Amazing and a half. So, I wanted to breastfeed for a year. The first year I wanted to solely breastfeed. And I moved up to Michigan. I had my son in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, I lived in Florida when
I'm
I
learning
had
a lot
him.
of things about you.
Yeah.
right
So I lived in Florida. I got pregnant in Florida, had Jackson in Florida, and then I moved
What the
back
fuck?
here when he was 5 months old to be close to my family. I didn't have a lot of family down there except my mom at the time. So yeah, I did breastfeed exclusively, loved it. It was hard at the beginning for sure. You have to get through that first few weeks and being really strong and knowing it's like the best thing for them. Then it's super awesome because you don't have to get out of bed. You just put them right next to you, pop a boob in, and they go to sleep and they let go when they're done, and then you're sleeping. It's great. You wake up 2 hours later, flip over, and do the other side. So I would recommend it. But my stepmom actually stopped me from breastfeeding. So she wanted to have Jackson on the weekends for like long visits, and she fought me hard about it. So she started supplementing with formula when she had him, and then I just lost my supply and had to stop when he was like 7 or 8 months. So just shy, but I was not happy about it at all. Next time I would definitely do a year.
How did you feel about breastfeeding in public?
I have no problem with it. Myself personally, I like to cover up myself because I don't want everyone to see my tits. You know, I mean, except on the river when we're drunk.
Just me
Yeah,
on the river.
But but just you and everybody else on the river that
I
day.
ain't drunk to remember them, but I know they were out.
They were out and there to party. So when I was breastfeeding, I wouldn't want everyone to see my boobs. I think it's weird for like my dad and my mom. Like if I'm at a family's house, I wouldn't do it. But I have no problem with someone who's comfortable doing it. I don't think it bothers me. It doesn't like sexualize boobs. I think it's feeding your kid.
So I never thought that it was like weird. But
It's like
I didn't know how I would feel if it happened around me until we went to Mark's sister's wedding. And she was still breastfeeding her son at the time, and she's like in her wedding dress doing all the stuff. She's getting ready for the wedding. She's like getting her hair done, and she's just pulling down her wedding dress whenever he needs it, and like boob out in front of everybody. And I was like, this doesn't feel weird at all. Like I was surprised at myself. It doesn't
they're confident in themselves.
right. Like I thought it would feel weird, like seeing her boobs, and then I'm like, he's eating. Like it didn't feel weird at all. I don't know how I'd feel if I saw a stranger do it.
Right.
It might be different, but I mean, like there was even like pictures like of her while she's like sitting there holding him, getting her hair done, and all this stuff, and you can. Like she's shameless. She had no care in the world about who was seeing it. Yeah, that is her.
I don't think it needs to be covered up though. I think it's your preference.
I've seen strangers do
I
it.
would want to. I would want to cover in public.
Just walk
I've
away.
seen strangers do
Don't
it.
look at it.
It's weird, but at the same time, it's like whatever.
Yeah, so I get it. I'm gonna be that fucking guy. I get it, the whole walk away thing. But I saw some nasty ass, big old floppy titty and a chick breastfeeding at the Renaissance Festival at 2 p.m. with like hundreds of people around.
Really?
And I was like almost pissed off about it.
I feel like it's, and not to sound, I don't know if this is gonna sound bitchy or anything, but I feel like it's kind of like trying to call attention to yourself. because they make so much stuff nowadays that you can cover yourself up discreetly, and it's not like a huge thing that you're covering yourself up, or like, you know, it's not like you're suffocating your child if you're covering up
But if
your
it is
child's head
hot,
and your boob.
those don't breathe very well. I've covered myself up with a blanket, and I'm like sweating after just
Yeah.
sitting
And
in my dad's
just
house.
to think about too that you're holding your child inside of that.
You got an 8 pound,
hot
9 pound,
room.
10 pound baby.
Not to mention, do you
That's
feel
hard.
like when you want to eat, you want to be covered up with a blanket? I don't want to eat under a
That's a good
blanket.
commercial.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be. I think I would be less offended. I don't think I've
I
offended
think
the
if
right
they could
word.
be
'Cause I wasn't
discreet
pissed
about
off.
it and like go into a corner or like kind of turn away from
Yeah.
everybody.
They make
trying to
breastfeeding
doing
rooms
it.
for that stuff too
Just
now.
Or
be
the shirts that
discreet,
you just
but-
kind of flip up a little bit.
Yeah,
but
that's
I
yeah,
don't
you don't
that's
have to
my
have your
thing.
whole
Just
boob out. I agree with that.
Like pulling your shirt down and just like bringing your tit out and then like feeding your child. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just think it's
I
They
think-
have shirts made for this stuff. So
Yeah.
there's different ways you can do
And
it to
bras
be
and
discreet,
stuff.
but still be able to do it wherever your kid needs it.
exactly. And I'm not saying like don't breastfeed in
Right.
public, but you don't need to be. I just feel like some people do it as
You don't have to drop both tits out like,
Dude,
yeah, I'm
this
about to
chick
do
was
this
gross.
thing.
That's like what really set me off. Like,
Yeah.
she was.
Do you
gross.
think like exposure might change you? Like if that's something that if you guys had a kid and that's a path that Natasha chose, and then she
No.
got to the point where she was like, I just don't give a shit at this point.
I
Like he
wouldn't
just
do
needs
it, though.
he or she
No.
just needs to eat or whatever.
He'd have
You
a
don't think
big
you'd ever
problem
get
with
used to
that.
it?
No.
Let me put
I-
it this way: if that chick was hot, would you have complained?
Yes, dude. Okay, so you know how I am with like my sexuality.
I know
and,
exactly
like,
how you are.
Okay, so
But you
Very, very
you
gay.
seem pissed off because she was gross.
no, like I said, I can't say offended because I don't think I was like really offended by it. It was
It
just
didn't
like one
hurt
of-
you. You're just
yeah.
like, why?
I'm just like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. Like there was a part of me that was like, seriously.
Like, there's a better way to do that.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
way better
Yeah.
way. And I'm not hating on breastfeeding. Like, cool, because I think there's way too many like hormones in milk now and
Yeah.
formula now that's really like pushing. We'll go into that in a minute. But for breastfeeding, I just think that there is a way better, more discreet way to do it. If you're covered up in public, cool. I get what you're saying though. If you're putting a blanket or a sheet or something over you, you're like dying. You're
Right.
holding onto a
yeah,
10
There's just
pound
better
baby.
ways to be
that's what
discreet
they make,
about
they
it,
ma-
yeah.
That's what I know. They make things that cover you up and cover your baby up. That's not going to suffocate your child
Right.
or make them super hot. But even my stepmom, she breastfed my sister, but she didn't like physically breastfeed her. She pumped and then she would give her bottles.
Yeah,
It
see,
just
you
takes
know, and
twice
I-
as long to do
that's
that.
that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Well,
Because
and
you're
I'm not-
pumping for the same amount of time it took to feed the child, and it's great, but I felt like a cow. I was feeding and pumping to make enough for my family to have him.
A literal.
So I
cow,
was
not-
feeding him
yeah.
and then immediately just pumping for 25 minutes on each side. You're there for an hour.
Jeez.
And then you're like, okay, in an hour he's ready to eat again. It's been 2 hours since he started eating. So you're in a constant, you feel like you're just being
Yeah, I
milked,
know
and
she
it's
was
not
pumping
cool.
a lot, but I'm just saying, like, if you know you're gonna go out in public, like,
Right.
this is what
Yeah,
I would
prepare for it.
personally do.
Right.
Yeah, if I were, because right now, like, I wouldn't want to breastfeed in public, so I would probably pump before I went out and have the bottles ready while we're out, so I don't have to.
Yeah,
That's
right.
that's my
I
that's
think
my
everyone just have a
opinion on it
choice,
too. Is
yeah.
like when you know you're going out. Obviously, your child's gonna eat like once every 2 to 3 hours, right?
Right.
You know
Plan
you're
for
going
it.
out. Prepare.
No, their
And-
schedule. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I get that there are women out there who like they find pride in it now because it's become such a controversial issue.
Mhm. That's why I'm saying.
And-
That's what I think that people just do it because of
Yeah.
that.
Well, I have a friend of mine who actually is one of those women who she's proud of the fact that she breastfeeds and blah blah blah, and she wants to breastfeed her kid until he's like 3, and that's whatever. That's your own prerogative.
That's
but
so
you
many
imagine
teeth.
Jackson right now.
right,
Listen, he has
And-
so many teeth, and he bites so hard. Even if he's playing, that would rip a nipple off.
and
He would be like, "Hi, mom," and then it'd be gone.
I'm
And then my nice
hungry.
vagina is ruined by my messed up tits.
right,
So
and that's your own prerogative. Like if that's what
it'd
you
be
want to
ruined,
do,
you know?
that's what you want to do. That's all you. But I just don't understand why I scroll through Facebook and I see like she legitimately posts selfies of herself breastfeeding her child, and it's like now at this point I know you're trying to get attention for it.
I have a friend
Yeah,
like
there's
that
no
on
reason-
Facebook
That
too.
is
Take
an attention.
pictures.
and I love Kylie to death. I think she's a sweetheart, and I support the fact that she stands up for what she believes, but at the same time, like
It's pushing
You're-
it.
It's not us.
yeah, you're trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend like that. She posted a picture, and I was like looking at it, and I saw the baby, and I was just like, "Is that?" And then I was like, "Okay, like, she's definitely breastfeeding in this picture." Like, it's just kind of like And she made it
Why?
her profile picture.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, all right.
That's so exhausting.
That
to, like,
is
hear. Like I
extra.
can't even argue with these people anymore. Do you guys, though, going back to the hormones that are put in milk, do you think that would have made a huge difference between being a natural like milk
Like
giver
if I gave
or if-
Jackson milk
yeah.
instead of or formula
Like
instead
from
of
the
breast
start,
milk?
yeah.
I think it did make a difference. I think he's super smart. He talks super great for almost
He's definitely a
4-year-old.
smart kid.
He is super. His memory is like
His memory is
crazy.
unbelievable.
He can remember if he met you one time a year ago. He'll be like, I remember when I saw you at this place doing this,
Wow.
and what's up now?
Oh my
months,
gosh.
He remembers
months from the first time he
everything.
met Mark. It was months before he saw him again because it was like the trip to the zoo. He saw Mark, and then he saw me again, and he asked me where Mark was. Like
Yeah.
months
He
later.
knew that was
Huh.
associated
That's
with her.
insane.
Yeah.
Because usually people don't remember things.
Yeah,
Right.
usually they forget in a couple
know,
months.
My memory is awful, and he remembers. I'm like, how
Mine
do you
too.
remember that?
I
When you
wasn't-
ate on the day that you went with Kara overnight. You know,
Yep.
Just
Were
the
any of you
whole
guys
meal.
breastfed?
I was not.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
That's
I think my
something
mom
I'd
said
have
none
to
of us
ask
were.
my mom. My little sister was, and the only reason I was 9 when she was born, so I remember a lot of things about
Yeah.
like babies just from her. But she was breastfed, and she's really really smart. Like she may be, she may use her smartness in a bad way sometimes, but she's really smart, and she's.
See,
Yeah.
I wasn't breastfed, but I was talking full sentences at 18 months.
Wow.
And that was like
Yeah.
something that my parents were like, what the fuck? Like this kid's just like spewing out words. And he's
Yeah.
18 months old.
Yeah, Jackson was under a year, and he could say like 15, 20 different words. And
Really?
yeah, they were all similar, like ba.
You good over there?
car, but you knew what he meant, and he knew if he looked at it, that's what he was saying. So
Yeah.
I
You
don't-
dying? You okay?
She's all right. She got water.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Taking
I
your
was
breath
never.
away.
I was never breastfed
Yeah.
either, but I don't remember. I don't remember specifically like when I started walking and talking. But I know really early on I was walking and I swam really early on too.
So
like,
did I. So did I.
I feel like
That's
you're someone that would have been breastfed with you
I was
being
not.
so tall and like all your hair and stuff. I just
I
feel
was
like
not
that's
breastfed.
He
a
would have been,
stereotype
but
of it.
he would have been. But by the time it got to him, like your mom was in pain.
I don't think my mom breastfed any of us.
Was it like
She-
even after her first one, like
no.
her boobs just got like way
No.
too big and it was,
Because
like a lot of
back
pain for
then,
it. They
back,
did.
True.
That's a big old booby.
back then they had pills that would stop your milk production. I don't know if they still do now, but
I don't think so.
my mom
just
took
couldn't
those
handle
No,
when she had the
mine
first two
lasted
kids.
forever. I used to taunt Kara with it. So when we started working together at like, also even at Acosta, we worked at there as well, remodeling Kroger's. I would be like, "Look, I can still get milk out," and I would show her, and she'd be like, "That's so disgusting."
She showed me before, and I almost.
I
fell.
did.
Oh, no.
It's milk. It's
It's
natural.
It's
So-
not the
It's
same milk.
The
Did you
point.
like,
It's dried
push it
up
out?
It's not the same
now.
milk.
She just like squeezed
Give it a
just a
try.
little bit and it came out.
Yeah.
Not
So
the same
the point
milk,
I was
it's gross.
getting to with that. Number one, I hate milk. And I have a four-year younger brother. I have a brother who's 4 years younger than I am, and he is taller than I am. He is hairier than I am. As he like, I remember.
don't think so.
He doesn't grow his facial hair out like I do, but I specifically remember him having like armpit hair before I did.
Okay.
And he's 4 years younger than I am, but he drank milk by like the gallon, and I wouldn't touch
I
it.
drank
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
milk when I
Was
was
he
younger.
So-
breastfed?
No, neither one of us were breastfed. But I just feel like that the hormones that are being put, especially now, like that 4 year difference, the more hormones that are being put into milk and formula products and dairy
You can tell the
products.
difference.
Yeah, I feel like that's like pushing people into puberty early,
Right.
and I feel like the whole like chicks, if they drink milk, do they get boobs earlier?
I was a late bloomer.
I was
know
not.
Me too.
Kara was not, but I didn't have boobs until like 10th into 11th grade.
I
I was a
obsessed
little
about
stick figure, nothing.
I obsessed about boobs.
And look at me
Obsessed about
now.
when I was going to get big boobs, like the rest of the people in my family, because my grandma Missy has big boobs. Like
Because you're Mexican.
no, that
I'm
my
not even
grandma
joking.
Missy is my dad's mom.
Her
Oh,
her
okay.
grandma on her white side has a massive chest.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It's,
she really does. Like there's big boobs on both
I don't
sides
know
of
how
my
her
family.
back still handles it.
And
at
I
this
was
point.
like, I got to a point where I was like, why don't I have boobs yet? I'm 12 years old. Why don't I have boobs yet?
God damn
So
it,
I'd
Mom.
I'd put stuff in my shirt at home and be like, this is what I'm going to look like when I have really big boobs. And my sister and I would talk about getting really big boobs. And then all of a sudden in middle school, it just happened.
Yeah.
And we
and
were
then
too
her
broke.
sister right behind her.
We were too broke to keep up with it. So I had no bra, wearing big t-shirts to school. And I'm like, I just walked around school with my arms crossed over my chest because
Oh my
I
God.
always
Yeah.
wanted boobs too.
I did.
Yeah, I didn't get boobs until I was in like 7th or 8th grade, And then I had B's up until probably 10th grade, and I started birth control, and then my boobs started to grow. But
Again,
they were like
hormone
nothing.
control.
Yeah.
I got boobs when I was
Right.
16, so that's cool.
I had C's before I left middle school. Well, I left middle school in 7th grade was my last
Yeah,
year in
yeah,
middle school.
Yeah, sure.
But I had C's before I went into high school.
Jesus.
I was
my
like
gosh.
flat chested until like 10th grade. I had probably a B cup. And then 10th to 11th grade that summer when I moved to Florida, I like
boom.
blossomed. Like I was like full C, almost D. And
Hello,
then,
gentlemen.
hi, yeah. It was pretty awesome.
See,
so it was
I
cool to
didn't
start
get-
school looking good.
To
I
quote
didn't have,
Natasha,
like-
va va voom.
I didn't have like, I mean, right now I think I have pretty decent sized boobs, but when I was up until probably when I was out of high school, I really had C's the whole time,
Yeah.
and then I got out of high school and I
It's better
started to
that
gain
way. There's
weight.
more bra selection with C cup. It's like once you get to D
now I'm
or
like,
higher,
yeah,
it's
now
really
I'm
hard. You get
higher
like,
than
ooh, that's
C,
cute.
but-
Yeah, nice
just feel
nude
like
color.
the-
Like-
I know.
Yeah, it
Anytime I
covers
go-
everything. You don't feel
Right.
like you're about to like fall out.
Anytime
of
I
your
go bra shopping with Cara, it's a fucking nightmare.
Listen,
It's awful.
I'm done with the days where I could have like a cute bra that was like one color and then like a lacy overlay and it's kind of lower because otherwise my boobs are going to come out of this
Yeah.
bra while I'm
You should
walking
see in a
around.
dressing room what women do. I like crawl on the floor. I bend over. I make sure they're not popping out in any maneuver I'm doing throughout the day.
What?
So I'm
Seriously.
like jumping.
I do
You
the
like
same
stand in the
thing,
mirror and you
yeah.
have to go like you have to do like the
Make
bounce
sure
test
you
with your
stay
bra.
contained. Yeah, it's an adventure.
What
Yeah, or you
the
got-
hell?
You
This is why perverts put cameras in dressing rooms.
Right.
Yeah.
Bra shop.
You got to put a
Yes.
T-shirt on to make sure it's not going to be.
How
like,
many
seen,
jumping
like,
jacks do you
rolling
decide is
or-
sufficient?
Like probably 4 or 5 good jumps.
I just do like a basic balance test. I don't do everything.
We try to jump to the ceiling.
You never know when you have to.
Can I
jam,
touch
you
you
know?
Lynn?
like climb up on the bench part and then you jump
Jump
off
down?
towards the mirror.
Yep. Be
Hold on to
all right,
the-
they're in. This is
Use
Use
a
your
good one."
Spider-Man abilities and like latch onto the wall by the mirror.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad. I don't want to have a daughter. Like,
I thought I had my dad's boobs until I was like in 10th grade.
Having a
I'm like,
daughter
I
is gonna
have
be
my
a
dad's
nightmare.
boobs,
Yeah.
because he had none. So.
I feel like I'm just destined to have a daughter, so
It's gonna happen.
it's gonna
be
happen,
awesome.
and it's
Well,
gonna be
with
the
the amount
worst
of kids you
fucking
guys want to
thing.
have, it's odds are in your favor to have
Right.
multiple
if we had like
genders.
8 boys, I'd be fine.
how many
Same.
kids do you want?
Like
a-
6.
I want a football team.
my
So.
God.
Like
Fuck.
legitimately, we'd be happy with
Monsters.
like 6.
But you guys are waiting until you
Oh
guys
my
are
gosh.
pushing 30 to start this 9.
He'll be
I'm
pushing
pushing
30. I won't be
Yeah.
pushing 30.
It's okay. It's
You're
a
on your way.
vagina, not a clown car.
Right.
Oh.
It's not going to
That's a
bounce back
drop.
after you hit 8. It's
Challenge
not.
accepted.
How many of these can we squeeze out of here?
Hey,
Is there one
Octomom
more?
Use
did
it
it.
till it's broken.
Akamon was medicated heavily in
She
a
was also
lab.
loose before that happened.
What about 19 kids and
Wow.
counting? Or it's like 20 kids and
If
counting.
we had
or
the money,
something
we'd
now.
live that kind of life. I
Jesus
think.
I have
Christ.
to be
Yeah, if I was
rich.
rich,
Yeah,
cool.
they live on
Give me a TV
farm.
show. I'll have 30 kids. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do
Oh
it.
my gosh.
No, thank you. They're so hard. You guys don't know yet.
Yeah,
It's
so,
so hard.
how is dating with having Jackson?
So dating as a single mom, I was a single mom from the start. So I never had to worry about like, I don't know, when he was a baby, you don't worry about it because they don't remember anything. So you can kind of date a little bit more easy and like introduce quicker because they're not going to remember if they're 5 months old or a year old even. But as he gets older now, I can't. So you have to be really careful of who you put around your kid. Make sure that they're safe people that make good choices and aren't going to show him wrong things or do stuff that's inappropriate around him or treat him wrong. I've been through a lot of stuff as a single mom. So now with dating, you have to be very careful and really pre-screen. It's like a job interview. You have to make it past that probationary period before you can introduce to my son. And if I introduce him,
I feel-
he's going to remember him.
I
for
feel
sure.
like people in general are like not just like teen moms. I feel like people might support single teen moms more than they do like single adult moms.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you're under such harsh scrutiny because like if your kid acts a certain way, it's not like you have that other person in your life to help mold them or to watch them while you go to the grocery
Right.
store. So when you bring them in the store and they're having a freaking tantrum and somebody's looking at you like you're doing something wrong,
Yeah,
like,
it's funny. Those articles are like, oh, they should have just left the store and like teach your kid a lesson by, oh, we're not going to the store anymore. What if you're a single mom and you have to get groceries that day because you have no food in your
Yeah, you
house?
can't
You
just
have to
leave-
go that day.
Uh-oh.
There's no.
what?
What's
Something just dripped.
I did see a drip.
Huh?
Oh yeah, right
I
here.
didn't see shit.
Something's
Okay.
leaking
Fine.
out of.
Moving on.
We're gonna deal with that
Yeah.
later.
My bottle under.
So yeah, you
Yeah,
you
just
might
make
not have
sure
a
your phone's
choice
not on
if
there.
you're
Mm.
a single mom. So you have to kind of. I used to judge those people before I was a mom. I looked at that parent like I would do so much better. I would have my kid be quiet. And you become a mom and you're like, listen, they're doing snow angels on the floor at the checkout station and I have to pay my bill. So they're going to do that and they're fine.
That's
Leave them
why.
alone and I'm going to get out of here as soon
That's
as I
why
can.
I think
you
there
can't
should be a
just-
code.
Yeah,
That's
you can't
it.
just
The
drop
code,
what
like,
you're
go ahead and
doing.
yell at my
Yell
kid
at my
code.
kid.
Yeah.
That
Like-
needs to be a thing.
Yeah.
If he's having a
Yeah.
tantrum, you can't even reason
But you're not.
with him.
But you're not allowed to like
And you
do
can't.
that stuff anymore. Like
No.
you can't. You can't,
You can't
grab them by
you
their
can't
arm.
spank them.
No.
You
You
can't
can't
take a
say
cell
like,
phone.
wait till we get in the car.
Well, and what's going to happen if he's doing somersaults on the or snow angels on the floor, and you're paying your bill, and then you're trying to discipline him, and then people are like getting annoyed with you because
Yeah.
you're
It
taking
happens all
their
the time.
You
out of
can't
it,
win. Like you
know?
can't win if you try and get your kid to stop. You can't win if you just let them have it out until you can get out of the store.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to win either way. Like there's people that are going to school now specifically to teach people how to be parents. People that are not parents,
Yeah.
that are 19, 20 years old, graduating college, that are teaching parenting classes to teach somebody how to be a
Oh,
parent.
That's the
fuck's
hardest
sake.
thing to go
Yeah,
to a
fuck that.
parenting class or a counselor session with a 19, 20, even 25-year-old that has no children, and you're going to tell me how it is and how I
Yeah.
should how I should deal with my stress of having a child.
What's the thing they
Live
told you
my
to do when
life.
you get mad?
Oh,
I love you too.
I love you too much to argue. And
Oh.
that's
With
what
a
you
2.5-year-old.
I love you too
Oh,
much to
no.
argue. That makes no sense. You're
No.
going to stop doing what you're doing. And
That
that's
makes sense
it.
when you're in a relationship
Right.
with a
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
age.
I'm
makes
not
total
arguing
sense.
with you on
Laura,
this situation.
I love you too much to argue, but fuck you.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
that would go.
Do you
But, I
spank?
mean,
No, I don't normally have to. Every once in a while, I will like open-handed like swat his hand or something like that if he's doing something or about to touch
Sure.
something he
Yeah, and
can't.
he's still at the point
like
where
an
it's not even
oven.
a hit. It's just if you touch him,
Just
then
to
he's like,
recorrect.
oh my God.
Yeah, and he melts down like, oh my gosh, you just gonna. So
That's when you just leave the stove on and let him have it.
well, you can't do that. Then you get your
No.
kid taken because they're burned.
Don't touch
on
it.
your
It's hot.
oven.
Oh, you don't want to listen? Okay.
Yeah, CPS will be at
No.
your door
Oh,
the next
Mark.
day.
Mark, I like the way of
Note
thinking.
to self: don't leave Mark alone
Yeah.
with the children.
I'm not
I'm
letting
sorry.
him babysit.
If we ever have children, or if I ever have children, whatever, it doesn't matter. If he or she is fucking around and they're not listening to me, there's gonna be repercussions.
Yeah.
At some point, your child has to learn
It's hard
that
nowadays.
you're
It's not allowed.
and it's difficult. It really, especially in this day and age. But at some point, your child has to learn that you mean business, that you're the boss, and you're telling them things that are going to help them. Not because I said so, but because
No,
what I
yeah,
say
that's
is
a
best for
bullshit
you.
excuse.
Right.
And
'Cause I
and
said
kids
so.
have
No.
to learn that lesson. So when you say, "Don't touch that, that's hot," and they still touch it and burn themselves, that's a lesson learned.
You know, it would be
You
really
should have listened to
interesting?
me. You'd be okay.
It'd be really interesting to hear what your dad thinks about how it was, and the one age that he was around you guys as little kids, and how things were, and how he could talk to you guys, and how he talks to your brothers now.
You
being
know,
little.
it's.
I don't feel like he's gonna be. He's probably not that different, but I mean, it's. There's
I can
certain
tell you
things
right
that can
now,
and cannot do.
he's not that different, but he does do things differently. With us, as far as discipline, we got our ass beat. Nowadays, it can't go that way. It just can't.
But he's
And I
also a
mean-
different person where he's really not in the mood to beat somebody's ass.
Right.
And that's the thing we say as our generation is we got our ass beat compared to what parents are doing now. But really, we didn't. I mean, was there ever a
What are
point
you
in
talking
time-
about? I really
I
did
got
get
my
my
ass
ass beat.
Yeah, I
My
got my ass
dad
beat.
had a belt with a name.
Dude, I had a wooden paddle at the bottom of the stairs.
I got my ass
Did
beat.
you ever go to? Did you ever
You
go
just
to
said
school?
you didn't get your ass beat.
Did you ever go to school with bruises all over you?
No.
Cuts?
Yes.
You did not get your ass beat.
Yes.
You got discipline.
You just said you didn't get your ass beat.
Oh, he's
got
asking
disciplined.
like an ass beating is like bruises and cuts.
Yeah,
and
you
like,
didn't
we weren't,
get
like,
beat up.
abused.
You didn't lose
Yeah.
teeth.
No,
you
'cause
didn't
my
have
dad-
bloodshot eyes. You didn't get cut. You didn't get bruised. You got disciplined.
I
That's
feel
my
like
point.
being held down and smacked with a belt for more than 5 hits is getting your ass beat.
yeah.
Now
It was then too.
I'd argue with you on that.
I
one.
only was.
I love you too much to argue.
I negotiated my way out of
Let me-
most of
let me
my,
put it this
my
way, Cara.
punishments,
Yeah.
though.
When
You're
you
a
got
talker.
when you got your ass beat, did you learn your lesson? Did you continue to do those things that led to you getting your ass beat? Typically, no,
I probably
right?
just did them smarter.
Okay,
Right.
you just didn't get caught.
Didn't get caught the next
Now-
time.
See, I
Now
just stopped
compare
doing
that.
Like I said, I negotiated my way out of things. I was like, how about I
Compare
clean
that.
the kitchen and I don't get spanked? Like
Compare
that's what I'll do.
I
Compare
will
that to your
bribe
brother
you
Alex.
to save
Compare
my
that to your
ass.
brother Alex, who would take the ass beating and laugh, and then continue doing the
Okay,
stupid
he did
shit
it like
he did.
one time, and
But-
he was in pain, but he couldn't stop
But
laughing.
Alex is the kid.
That's a real
Alex
thing,
is the kid who's
laughing.
just gonna do what he's gonna do, and there's no changing
But there's
that, right?
there's a different sort of discipline that works with certain parents.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Like
now,
Alex, you take his weed away.
Yeah, or nowadays parents take their kids' phones away. Like I got my phone taken away when I was growing up.
I didn't
my
have a
God.
phone to take away. My phone I paid for myself, so
do
good luck taking that
do you
away.
think that works? Like, because now, sorry, excuse me, I'm gonna burp because I've been drinking this beer so fast. Do you think that works with like really, really young kids? Like, do you have technology for your kids? They're like so hooked on the
I
tech.
mean, there's
I
fucking
think so.
10-year-olds who's got better phones than I do. So.
I think it works.
If I
mean,
take Jackson's tablet away, he knows he's in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm
How-
like, go get your tablet.
How
You're
young is
done.
too young for a cell phone?
Jackson's not gonna have a cell phone until he needs to be able to get a hold of me if he's out
Middle
in the
school.
road, like in the neighborhood, going to a friend's house. And even then, he's gonna be at the house where I know there's someone there with
There's
a cell phone number that
yeah.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the need for it unless he's walking to school or walking home from school. I need to be able to, like, in an emergency, use it.
Yeah. Plus, they have all those parental controls on
Yeah.
phones
He would
now
have
that you
a
can just
couple
be like,
numbers to
you can
use.
call your
That's
mom
it.
and your
or
grandma.
there was
Yeah.
that was it the Jack? It was like Firefly or something that we had when we were growing up. It was just like a little phone, and you could
Or
have
the ice.
yeah,
Mhm.
you could have two contacts on there,
Right.
and then 911.
Jitterbug.
Yeah, Jitterbug. That's what it was
Yeah.
called.
Never heard of it.
But
Oh, I thought
Jitterbugs
that was
for
like
the
the
old
old.
people.
I thought that was the old folks' phone. But I know what you're saying. It's like the
yeah, there's two contacts on there. You can't go on the internet and stuff. Like
It's literally
kids
the
don't
life
need
alert.
anything
No.
unless you're like you need to call. Because
Modern.
I
day.
had a razor growing up, and I couldn't even really go
I
on the
loved
internet
my
or anything.
razor.
Yeah, but it was never like a huge staple. I wasn't sitting on my phone all the time, and
I don't
Right.
understand
when I
how
did get it taken away, it still sucked because I couldn't text my friends or call people that I wanted to call. But
I just don't get how kids like. We were just at my cousin's wedding, and all of my little cousins, like from ages 12 to 17, I think, 12 to 16, all of them have their cell phones, and to me, it's just 12 is way too young.
I think I got mine at 12, but I just had a basic. It's not.
I
It
was
wasn't a
thinking- yeah.
smartphone.
Right, but
obviously.
I mean, the exception is that they're siblings. So, like, how do you get one a cell phone and not justify giving justify not giving the other one a cell phone?
Here you
Was
go.
one
You're gonna
older?
go with your brother. Thank you.
That's not how it works.
was the
That
Trust
was with
me.
me.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's not how it worked for me.
Wait, they all
That
had.
is with me.
My kid,
Did
my brothers just left me.
I mean, it
Sorry.
depends on the age. Like, if I have a kid and they turn 12 years old and they're in middle school, like they can have a cell phone. But if my other kid is 10 or 8, they're not getting a cell phone. Like, it's an age
Yeah,
thing.
there's an
Make
age
it
limit, yeah.
make it an age thing.
I was 14, and my parents aren't even the one that got me the phone. It was my grandma.
I was 16 and I got it for Christmas and had 60 prepaid minutes on it, and they never
Oh,
bought me more
prepaid
minutes
minutes.
ever.
Oh my god.
I had 6. I would call people and be like, "Hey, it's Jessica. I'm going to call you on my mom's phone," and I would hang up, use 1 minute, and I would call on the house phone or call on my stepmom's phone, and I would just talk on there because it would be like they have a plan. T-Mobile, I have this 60 minutes, so one text is 1 minute, and it went
Yeah.
so quick, and they never bought me more minutes. So
Oh my
that was
God,
it.
I
Was like
can't
a
imagine
calculator and a phone number storage.
Yeah, my phone was shut off between
It's like
the
a pocketbook.
hours of 9.
Yeah, that's it.
It was shut off between the hours of 9 and like 6 in the morning.
Oh,
So was
yeah.
mine.
Yep.
Because my parents were like, "You don't have anyone to talk to. You're in bed."
Right.
You
Yep.
don't-
Time for bed.
Exact same thing that happened to me, and
I
that's why I'm
bought-
so confused by your little sister.
I bought
Oh,
my
me
first
too.
cell phone when I was 16 because I wanted a cell phone. I wanted to be able to call the people I wanted to call, be able to talk when I wanted to talk, rather than the one house line with, I was living with 3-4 other kids. So I didn't want to deal with that. So I bought my own cell phone.
But kids nowadays are crazy, man. Like if something goes on, and how are parents being anywhere near a good parent unless they discipline that way? I just feel like kids now are like, "Oh, you took my cell phone away? Like, oh, I'm gonna throw a brick through your fucking windshield. Fuck
Right.
you, mom." You
Yeah,
know?
or
like
take you
sue
to
their mom.
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take you to jail.
So not take you to jail, but
So like
try
press
and
charges.
get you-
Like
yeah,
I mean,
press
like
charges.
fuck
Yeah.
you, mom. I'm
Thank
gonna press
you.
charges
Yeah.
against you.
Yeah, there was a daughter in Granville.
Granville, what?
Michigan?
Hudsonville, Michigan, but it
There
says
you go.
Granville.
Oh, this is a local
Mich-
thing.
Michigan.
Yeah. Charges have been dismissed against a Western Michigan woman who faced possible jail time after taking a cell phone away from her 15-year-old daughter as punishment.
What was the actual charge?
That's a good question.
Like theft or something?
Theft of what? Is that
She
little
was-
bitch paying for her phone?
She was
Probably not.
arrested on a misdemeanor larceny charge
Yeah.
after her ex-husband filed a complaint saying he owned the phone.
Oh,
Oh,
that,
so it was
the
a little bit of a
husband,
misleading.
yeah.
that
But I
wasn't
think
the
they
kid.
even- I think later in the article they even said that like the daughter was paying for the phone, wasn't she? Like she was paying her dad for the phone or something. 'Cause I think that
So they got
I mean,
her on
still,
a
is
different
that-
kind of charge.
do you think
It
that
wasn't
is that
she took the
okay?
phone.
Like, do you think that's right?
No.
I don't think that shit's right. Okay.
If
so
your
this
kid's
is-
doing something wrong, take away their phone because there's so much shit that a kid can do on their phone nowadays. Especially there's inappropriate things that that kids can
Oh,
do
yeah.
too. Like a little kid can download whatever, not a little kid, but young teenager, young adult can download any app they want and talk to any person in the world that they want. Whereas when we were growing up, we didn't have that access.
I used to
And-
use walkie-talkies to talk to truckers and tell them like the street I was on and like being
What?
stupid.
Oh my
Well,
gosh!
not like the actual number address, just the street. Calm down.
Then
But
you
see,
get,
and
then you
then-
get
What
fucking
was your
Rusty
trucker
Nail
name?
from Joyride visiting your
didn't
neighbors
have-
and
You
killing
were young and
motherfuckers.
naive, but even
Yeah.
on AOL,
Right.
what was
Oh,
it?
Chat
yeah.
rooms and
AIM?
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, what was it called when it was like
Instant messenger.
ASL, age, sex, location.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you would say,
Yeah.
"Oh, hey, I'm 14 or not, maybe not even 14, younger than that.
I don't know.
10. I'm a female and I live in Michigan. And that's
Yeah.
giving so much information away just on a huge chat room.
Mm-hmm.
I told everyone I was 14, even though I was 11.
He's like, I'm
I'm sure I
14,
lied about my age too.
female.
I would lie about where I lived. I'd
And
be like,
right
"Oh, I
in
live
your
in
room.
California." 'Cause I thought that was
I never used
glamorous.
that shit because I didn't have internet until 2 years or 3 years ago. at
You
the
didn't
home.
have dial-up?
Yeah, dial up. Like we're out in the middle of the fucking cornfield. Dial up's like, hi, wait 45 minutes. Thank you.
And then you'll
Yep.
have a
You
little
loaded
bit of-
Google. Yeah, you loaded Google. Congratulations. No, I just, God, that's a whole conversation we can ramble on for.
So that brings about the other topic I was kind of touching on a little bit.
I
is-
was gonna play the dial-up tone.
oh, don't do that. That's rude.
Why not?
Because it's rude.
memories.
Everyone knows this. Well, everyone above the age of fucking 25 knows this sound.
Oh my God, it brings back so
I
much
know. I'm like
nostalgia.
ready to get on AIM and like
Yeah.
sign in, be like BRB.
I'm ready to. I'm ready to
It's
lose my
XX
mom.
Tashalicious. I'm here to talk today.
Ex Tasha delicious. I'm ready to
Wow.
lose my mom for
Promiscuous.
several hours while she goes to play billiards pool.
It was like Fergalicious, but Tashalicious.
Unique.
Tasha, Licious, Stefanicious, make the boys go crazy.
See, it worked.
Yeah,
Oh,
That does kind of work.
it does.
But it kind of goes back to the topic I was kind of trying to touch on. It was like co-parenting sort of thing. Like the ex-husband paid for the phone or whatever and pressed charges because the mom took it away. Like, I'm sorry, but that's
You'd
your
be like,
kid.
"Fuck you, bitch, for parenting."
Right. That's
Well, you
your kid.
disciplined
Like,
my
do you not want
kid.
your kid to learn some lessons and be fucking disciplined in
Yeah,
some
It was
way?
all
My-
despite her.
like,
yeah,
That was
my-
it.
work it out.
Would you prefer a mom whipped out the belt and beat her ass?
Right.
My parents didn't have a lot of issues. Like growing up, my mom and dad got along pretty well, so nothing was really like, no, you can't give her this, you can't give them that, you can't do this with them. Like, I have them this weekend. I don't care if you have this going on or it's your birthday, whatever. But my stepsister's dad and my stepmom, yeah, they had a lot of issues. Like, they were like, oh, well, she's grounded here, so you need to make sure she's grounded there. And, like, they'd be like, no, I don't care if she's grounded here. We're going to let her do whatever she wants. And they had, like, a huge disconnect there because it
Yeah.
was never... they would be grounded at their dad's house and then come to our house and they
That
would be
happened to me.
grounded or vice versa. Like, it just didn't,
How obnoxious.
That didn't happen to me.
I could do no wrong at my biological father's house because he wasn't there until I was 7. So like he was trying to catch up and like make up for lost time. So I was never in trouble.
You
I'd
were all
see
like,
him till
yeah,
2
two
a.m.
Christmases.
Well, even
Oh, I
going,
had
yeah,
like
I-
4
we
Christmases.
have, we had 2 Christmases too, so it was awesome.
I didn't do that.
but even going back to what this case was, okay, so if the dad was paying for the cell phone, cool, but if the bitch fucked up and she's got to get grounded, mom can say, hey, you can call your dad for an hour every day, no problem, but you're not texting, you're not sitting on your phone.
yeah,
'cause
you can
Right.
use my phone to call him. It's
Right.
not
Yeah.
like this is 2018. It's not like
She
the
wasn't
mom doesn't have a
stealing
cell
it
phone.
to steal it. She was taking it away.
Yeah,
as
it's not
a
like she was
discipline
taking it and
that
using it.
Yeah, my phone wasn't even like, for a lot of times, it wasn't even actually taken away. It was like, you're going to go put your phone on top of the entertainment center up there, and you're going to look at it sitting there for 3 days before you get to do it and do anything with it again. And it had to sit there, and I was like, okay, locking it behind my back before I put it on top of the entertainment center.
My stepmom does this thing where she would take away like our electronics and stuff, and she loses it. Like, she's taken away my sister's phone
She
so many times.
loses it, like air quotes, or she like genuinely
she legit
loses it?
cannot find it, and then years later, she's like, "Oh, that's where I put your phone when I took it away from you." 'Cause
Oh
I
my
didn't want
God.
you to find it. And
She's
like,
like,
so
I hid it so
Yeah.
well, I don't even know where it is.
Like, now I have
Yeah,
to
you
buy
ain't
a
never
new
finding
phone.
it now. 2018. Oh shit, I found it.
when they move out of the house, there's gonna be a bunch of like cell phones that were hidden.
Do you
Like,
want your
"Oh, okay.
Nokia flip phone back?
Yeah.
Here's your razor.
T-Mobile Sidekick.
I love
Oh
this.
my
That
God.
straight up. Yeah.
Jesus.
But I mean, do you think it's the same struggles, like anywhere from like you being so distant from Jackson's father, like all the way to like even famous people? Like famous people have the same struggles, even though theirs is more like a
Yeah.
public spotlight.
Because when you co-parent, there's some sort of past relationship in some way or sense. So that causes you to think differently. Instead of like co-parenting with like a stranger would be easy, you wouldn't have any kind of animosity towards that person. So you have to really try hard, and it takes a long time to like put your animosity aside. I'm still petty with my son's father at times, and I'm like, you really outdid yourself with Christmas last year, and you got him a fidget spinner at 3. Maybe you should try better for his birthday this year. I don't know how you're gonna top it, but I know you can try.
But the thing is
So,
like you're
yeah.
still going out of
Extra.
your way to
contact
message
him
him
tell
and
when
say,
his birthday is.
"Hey, it's your kid's 4th birthday in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Do you want to send him something?" Like,
Here's
it's
my
not
address.
like,
We didn't
"Hey, are you gonna
move."
send me a paycheck so I can like have something for Jackson's birthday?"
Yeah,
Right.
you're not
It's-
like trying to get child support. Like, I don't know.
He
All
does
that
still owe.
He
but-
owes money, but he does not pay, nor do I need it to survive. So when he pays it, he'll pay it. And if he
It's just
doesn't,
annoying
it
for
just
him to be
makes-
behind on it and
Well,
like not
yeah,
care.
I
You
know
don't
s-
even- you can't pay
yeah,
$200
I know
a month.
Yeah, I know so many people that bank off that child support. That's not
Right.
even like they're still with the father, mother, whatever, and they get child support even though it's like because they're not living together, or just like how things worked out legally in the beginning,
Right.
and it just doesn't make sense to me. Like you're not banking off of that, even though you are a single mother, and I'm sure it's not cheap, but you're not like just trying to get money out of him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Before
it-
it was more like the principle, like you owe $8,000. That means for $8,000, that was you putting in for his survival and what his
Yeah.
necessities are, and I paid for all of it. So for you
Right.
to say you want to be a father and be involved, you can't have your cake and not pay for it.
Yeah.
Like you have to. You can't have a relationship with him and call him, be the fun person that he talks to on the phone or comes to visit, and not provide for anything he
Right,
needs.
you don't want to pitch in on his clothes.
It's
You don't
not
want to pitch
fair.
on the food that provide for him, on like day-to-day things, or if we're rewarding him for potty training.
Yeah,
I'm
buying his
buying all
rolly
that stuff.
racers, and I'm buying everything. So that's not fair, and it does cause an issue with co-parenting for sure. You can't separate the two between what's best for your kid and what's best for your mental state. It's a lot of stress to raise a kid on your own, so you have to let that out some way, and that person's an easy target normally, and that's unfortunate.
When you
I got lucky.
you have to figure out if it's worth it to strain yourself by trying to get him to pay attention
Right.
to him,
Right.
Yeah.
or just let it be and then have
then-
him not really
Yeah.
be in
And
your
then
son's life.
what happens if down the road like you kind of give up on it, and then Jackson turns 16, 17, and suddenly, oh hey, I want to have something to do with my son. Like,
Right.
Right, or Jackson saying, "I want to have something to do with my dad. Why didn't you let my dad be a part
Right.
of my life
Right.
and try and turn it around on her?"
Exactly.
When it's like, I don't have messages from 15 years ago to show you that I've tried every which way
Right.
to have your dad be involved in your life.
Yeah,
no,
that
I
I
just have the
tried
court
for years
paperwork of
and
him being, terminated of his rights. That's all I have.
You have that
Not
highlighted portion that says
abandoned-
failed miserably as a father.
by the judge. Like you
That's what she
failed
wrote.
miserably as
Really?
a father.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So at least I have that. I mean, I plan on being honest with him when he's old enough to understand. Like, why don't I have a dad?
That's what I was gonna ask.
But yeah,
Right now,
so
he doesn't realize it. He doesn't know.
the difference. He thinks his dad is grandma, so he's like, "Grandma's my dad."
I have
So-
a video that proves
Aw.
that.
Yeah, so there's a video. He did say that, which I think is cute. I don't think he's going without like that male figure because he sees like Uncle Mark and
I love that kid.
my brother, stuff like that. So he has have some male figures in his life. He will need that solid person eventually, I hope, to guide him to
Yeah,
learn how to be
sure.
a man.
Yeah, learn how to be a big game hunter in the African wilderness. That's what he needs. Yeah,
African.
That's what he
wilderness?
needs.
Okay, yeah. I don't know who
Don't-
I'm
don't
getting
do
with.
that.
It's
Don't
going
do
to the African wilderness, but
Don't do that.
you never know. No. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that works out, but we'll have to see.
I never got that co-parenting thing. Never
No.
happened for me.
What do you, oh, you never physically got it. I thought you meant like
No.
you didn't understand it.
No, well, no, I understand it, and it never happened for me.
Do you
my
guys
parents
ever
split up, and I didn't hear from my dad for like 6 years.
Right. Do you guys ever talk about what you do if like you guys ended up having a kid and then split up? Do you guys ever like try
Like,
to force yourself to think about
Hypothetically think about it.
like how you guys would? I mean, Mark and I talk about it. Mark and I talk about it all the time.
We don't
Yeah.
really talk about having kids in
Right.
general. So
Right.
and we don't want to talk about splitting up because we don't, plan on that.
Yeah.
But so it's not really a topic we've talked about because if we have kids, it happens. We're not going to be like, oh, no way. Because there's times where we're like, oh, like our kid's going to do this or that's going to be my kid. So it's kind of like talked about like it could be.
Like if you guys had a kid, that's what they'd be like, kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's not like if we have kids, what's going to happen if we split up?
what's our
'Cause
parenting plan?
Yeah, we
Like,
don't-
You're not going.
we
into
don't really
that
talk,
much
like,
detail.
Cara and I discussed that all the
Obviously,
fucking time.
we talked about
It's
like what's
so
going to happen
funny.
with our stuff if we split up, but we
Right.
don't really
Yeah.
talk about kids enough for it to be what's going to happen with our kids if
Right.
we split
Right.
up.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Baby
truthfully,
steps.
Yeah.
when that topic ever gets brought up, as far as like if we get married, we're both not. My parents have been together for 31 years last week.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
Congrats.
I was brought up in a family that has never had a split. We don't talk to a lot of my distant relatives. I don't see my cousins, aunts, uncles usually.
So you're not
besides
really
one of
around
them.
a lot of relationships that
Right.
don't.
Don't work
I'm
out.
not
through
around
their
like,
problems.
and I'm using air quotations, dysfunctional families.
yeah.
Ever.
Broken.
Broken homes, dysfunctional,
Not
whatever.
dysfunctional.
That's
No.
that
Well,
is
that's what
I
it
have
is.
a
term.
scrapbook that says
I'm definitely from a dysfunctional
dysfunctional
family,
Yeah.
It's like fun as
My parents are
outside.
together, and I'm from a dysfunctional
That's
family.
true as
But
fuck.
whenever we get on the topic, like if we get married, we're not the type of people that want to ever plan on divorcing.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Right.
want to
Well,
make sure that
like,
we're going to
make
get
it
married.
work.
Well, no, I don't think
Yeah,
anybody
but my
plans on
thing
divorcing.
is-
Really.
You're right. You're right.
I'm not going to be that type of parent where we really don't want to be together. We've done everything we can, but we're going to stay together until our kids are older because I don't want to put my kids through that.
Right.
Right.
I'd rather get divorced and have them live in, if their father finds someone that they're happier with, or if I find someone that I'm happier with, and then they can see how it is rather than fighting and all the
Right.
hostility all the time.
I
But-
think that's the ideal. I guess. I mean, nobody wants to fake it.
Yeah. Well, because I grew up, my parents divorced when I was 3 years old, so I don't remember a time when they were together. And just knowing them individually, and I see them together like every so often, like barely ever, but knowing them individually, I know growing up, if they were together, I would have been miserable because they just are so, they're both argumentative, they both have tempers, and it just wouldn't have worked out well.
In hindsight, I'm glad my parents split up, honestly, because they were a nightmare together. They by the end of it, they fucking hated each other. So.
Well, I hope both of them agree since both of them listen.
Oh yeah, I mean, my dad.
How long have they been divorced?
Divorced.
Or
9 years.
separated?
Divorced 9 years. Separated like 17, something
So
like
then
that.
I'm sure
Close,
they
took
close
their
some-
time.
I'm sure they
No
agree with
rush.
that then. I'm sure
Well,
they're not
yeah,
like,
my
we
mom-
were great for each other. We just wanted to.
My mom and dad don't
divorce."
like each other,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, my mom is willing to be civil at any point.
Same
And my
with
dad's
my
a very civil
parents.
guy. He's pretty level-headed, but I mean, for the most part.
He's
But-
more like,
but
I'd rather
he's-
avoid a bad situation
Exactly.
than chance like having to work through one.
Exactly. I brought up the idea of like Cara and I getting married to my parents, and
Mhm.
like told them both individually, look, I'd love for you to be there,
Mhm.
but I'm inviting both of you. So
Yeah.
if you guys can be civil, that'd be cool. Love you to be there.
If not, we understand.
Yeah. If
Well-
not, I understand.
And that's a nice way of saying it. Are you seeing this?
I just saw a picture. I didn't read anything,
Oh, I
but
will
I just wanted to
destroy
be
you.
pointed towards me.
I just think that it's your day. It's your day. Like your
Right.
parents,
Right.
parents and relatives should come together and not.
But at weddings and receptions, that's kind of unavoidable in some circumstances.
Plus,
I mean,
both of us have certain aspects of our family that are like, okay, we're gonna do what we can to avoid that stress
Right,
at all.
right.
Even
Or that
worrying about
situation.
that kind of a thing happening.
right.
And
Like,
that's the reason that we're sitting in the car and we're like, if we did have a kid and we did split up, Like, unless you did something truly awful, like beat me up, put me in the hospital or something, like, I'm never going to keep you away from seeing your kid. Like, I would work with you.
She makes it sound like she's keeping my kid.
Well, I mean,
You need to give her a kid before she can keep your kid.
you should read the Michigan laws about that stuff because
Women
custody is
usually get-
defaulted to the mother.
Yep.
Yeah,
Every time.
that's sexist as fuck.
Just saying.
I agree with that.
See,
Yeah.
my parents had
Male
joint
rights.
custody, and I never felt like I was distant from my father, or
Equal
distant from my
rights.
mom, because
It's just
You
an
know.
automatic.
You want equal
default.
rights, but you can't take a right. Okay.
You what?
I said they want equal rights, but they can't take a right.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you're gonna swing at me. I'm fucking swinging right back at you. So
I did say that before at the wedding. Actually, I brought
Yeah.
that up. That if I ever dated Mark, we would probably get into a physical altercation.
Yeah.
I'd probably punch him in the face.
Jessica would beat
at
my
least
ass.
once. I'd get one lick in. I would deserve a beatdown though. I would take it. I would, but it would happen. I would get the first.
What
hit
happened
in
to you?
Oh, I
unexpectedly,
deserved it.
just to say
I
I
deserved
did.
it.
She just said earlier today, she was like, if I were you, she's like, I would just take that opportunity and like, oh, he'd open up a door and I'd punch him in the nuts and be like, you know what that was for, and
Yeah,
run
you
away.
Know why? Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
you know what you did.
She'd be like, "But would
I'd
he?"
be on the
And I'm
ground
like,
and
"I would
I'd be on the
hope
ground in a
so."
heap. You fucking bitch.
I'd be so far gone before you got up. Book it out of there.
you guys want to do this 8-bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it was themed. What's the
Yeah, I
theme?
got a theme.
I wanna
So
knock it down.
today, for those of you who don't know, we do record usually on Thursdays, and it is
Thirsty Thursday.
Throwback Thursday.
Oh.
Okay.
So
We post on Monday, but we record 4 days in advance.
yeah, usually because life is a thing. So
Weekends
today,
are hard.
Today is a lot of throwbacks. There might be 1 or 2 repeats in here that we've had in the past.
That's fine.
I can't remember all of them, so please excuse me. Don't huff at me.
Okay, Jessica,
Yes.
have
I'm
you
terrible at this game.
heard the 8-bit challenge before?
No.
You've never once out of all the
No.
episodes you've listened.
No.
How many
Well-
episodes have you listened to?
Like 5
Oh God,
of them.
I
Sure.
thought you were
Do you
catching
want
up.
like
You're a little
whole
behind.
ones and then like tidbits? I'll listen to a little bit.
Tidbits.
I'm way
At
to
least she
work
checks the
and-
tidbits.
The tidbits. Gotta listen to the tidbits.
Yeah.
Do you want to do like a practice or like a warm up just
Like a
to show her
training
what we do?
session?
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Fox is really good at explaining how to play the game.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I wasn't gonna throw more.
There you
on
go.
the
I'll
bus.
just
I'm
shut
just-
up.
I'm just
I'll just shut up. That's fine.
Aw.
So, for those of you who haven't heard this yet, if you're a new listener or
Me.
Jess,
Jessica.
the 8-bit challenge is where we take a popular or a commonly known song and I don't personally, find a 8-bit version of it. Do you know what 8-bit is?
No.
Like
Okay,
video
so
game sound-
8, you know
soundtrack.
the sound of like Mario, like the Mario's?
Yeah.
Like, that's 8-bit.
Okay.
So all of these songs are
Converted into a series of beeps.
into a version of like that. Now, just to keep your confidence up,
Okay.
Tosh was like, I don't know what 8-bit is, and I thought
She's
she
currently
did.
the reigning 8-bit
And
champion.
the
For-
first
yeah.
episode that we did this, and she is currently the reigning champion.
I
Right.
had no, but I had
She rarely loses.
maybe it was a shadow person. I don't know.
Oh, the shadow people are in your basement.
I had no clue. I was like, what are we? I was like, they all sound the same. And I was like,
And
what
then
the
she
heck?
won.
And then I don't think it was that episode that I won.
I think I won the first episode.
Yeah,
but
well, here,
I think I won one of the early ones and then nothing since.
here is a version.
oh, by the way, shout out to
Sorry for the loudness.
Wow.
Mark.
Jump.
Just jump around
Yep.
by DMX.
Did you hear it?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know this
Yep.
song. I think the lyrics come in, so you can.
This one, no, this one's not 8-bitty enough.
But it's like this
Not quite.
format.
It is
So-
8-bit
Yeah.
though.
So this challenge
It's a series of beeps.
is way more 8-bit because it's getting harder and harder to challenge these guys.
Okay.
Because one, they don't listen to modern music.
I do.
We
I
kind of
played
do.
some
Just
like
not
top
enough of
40 stuff for both of you, and you're like, I don't know what this is. So
Yeah, because it's
I
Kendrick
don't-
Lamar. And
it. I don't
blah.
listen to modern pop. But
I don't
listen
know
to
like
modern other
pop
stuff.
names of
But I can't-
songs. I
here's-
can like sing along. With
It's hard to find a genre all of us listen to.
here's the thing: I can play like
Yeah.
metal, and Mark's like boom, 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 got it, and then I can play like random pop stuff, and Tosh will nail it out, and then I can play like the in between of both, and Car's like, I know this, and
Oh, wait, I won last week. I
yeah,
won last
yeah,
week.
like
Oh,
she's
yeah, the
familiar
90s.
with things.
I
So-
won on the missing episode.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, the episode that no one knows exists until right
yeah.
now.
We have two missing episodes.
We do have 2 lost episodes. Anyways, so it's getting a little bit more difficult, and it was very hard to find these songs because there's not a lot of I knew a lot of throwback songs that I wanted to get, but there's not 8-bit versions of them.
Right.
So
All right. Shout out to 8-Bit Universe,
Nope,
8-Bit
none of
World.
them.
None of them?
None of
Who'd
them.
you use this time?
There's a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Are we allowed
Yes.
Are we allowed to use their music?
We do
without-
not own the rights to any of the
Yeah,
songs we're
I
about
put
to
a
play.
disclaimer in there anyways. All the
and
music we play is owned
All
by
of this
someone
music we
else.
found on YouTube.
Yep, it's
Yep.
all on YouTube.
Shout out to all those channels. Box, you should probably shout them out before you play them.
There's so many.
I know, but do it.
Or you can put them. You can write them in the description.
There's
That's
so
a lot
many.
more work.
There's
Well,
so many.
I
yeah.
feel like
Copy
that's
and
more.
paste.
Hold on. Okay, so 8-bit U's with 2 Z's, Scooby Doom 8-bit Radio, Daryl Banner, Dax Shock. Oh God, there's so many of these. Murphy 341. They got Firestorm or 24 Firestorm 24. Excuse me. Flagbag again. 8-bit
Wow.
Sound. Richard Davis. Rocco Huss. Got it. Pandoozles. That's a fun name. Sora 1 2 3 3 3 3 3.
Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
Mark,
Yes.
this was an awful idea.
M Namer. Okay, and
Slipknot fan.
We're just getting the
Omnigrad.
copyright stuff out of the way, all right?
Don O'Room, and the last one is Litoren 2.
Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the music. What are
Do you
doing
know how
over there?
to? My mic is messed up.
Okay, so the rules. If you know the song, you chime in saying your first name. So, for instance, Mark would say Mark, and then say, I don't know the song.
No, you have to say
and
your
then we'd
entire
move on.
name.
Your first name
You
is
can say
Jessica.
Jess.
Thank
You can say Jess.
Your,
I say Tosh.
Yeah. There's 1 point for the song title. There's 1 point for the artist. And you can steal, but you have 5 seconds to answer. So if you don't get it in 5 seconds, someone else can
Yeah,
call their
Box
name
will
and grab it.
count
So it's like a
down. When he's done
throwback
counting
countdown.
down, chime in.
I just realized. Does anybody call you Nat?
Yes, they call me Nat Bad at work.
Can
You
I call
hate
you?
it?
Can I call you Natty
hate
Light?
Nat?
I hate Nat.
You
it's like
asked
a
that
bug.
on the very first episode.
What do you want to call me?
Did I?
Yes.
Did I really?
Yes.
What do you
I
want
said,
to
can I call you Natty Light?
I listened to the first episode last
Yeah,
week.
my
Very
my
cringeworthy.
manager at Family Video used to
Aw.
call me
It's so
Natty
bad.
Ice.
Natty Ice?
Yeah,
No.
but yeah, they call me Nat at work or Nat Bat. I'm like, that's awful.
What about Natty Daddy?
I had a best friend
probably got
Natalie
it
that I
before.
quit my natty
But
day.
Nat is awful.
I
That's probably my least favorite nickname.
was just
My
curious.
sister calls me bitch, and I'd rather prefer to be called bitch than Nat.
Jessica
Sha.
probably
Let's
referred
call
to
you
be called
Sha.
a lot of different things aside from
Sha.
Jessie.
Sha.
Yeah, I don't answer to Jesse at all. I will not answer to it.
That I feel
Not
like it
my
doesn't
Sha.
fit you, Jesse.
No.
I
No.
used to be messy
Sha.
Jesse, but I wasn't messy when I was a kid.
She's
But
Rizzo.
Now my,
But now I am, so it's fine.
now,
Now
my
you're
mom
messy,
cleans my house
Jesse.
now.
No, she's Rizzo now. It's Rizzo.
No, I
Like
go
the
by
waste
Jessica.
company.
J Riz.
What up,
Or
Riz?
Miss
Lil
Jessica
Riz.
from all my Mterra Flint workers.
Yeah, Miss
Can
Jessica.
I talk to Miss Jessica?
Oh boy.
I know. I always
Yeah.
get that Miss Natasha. I'm like, hello.
Or hi, sweetie, it's
Oh,
Kaja.
God.
I freaking hate Kaja.
I gotta
Go
bleep a
back
lot
to
of names out.
Bangladesh. I hate him.
Yeah.
He like leaves the country all the time. It's like I'm going to Bangladesh for like 2 months. I'll be back.
I got a guy from Bangladesh working for me.
Yeah.
His name is Mamoon,
Mm.
and he's a buffoon.
Wow.
That's what we call him at work.
Shout out, Mamoon.
Yeah. Anyways, are you ready? Ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. First one's.
Okay.
Okay,
I
you
need
done?
coffee before we go and pick
Me.
up my mom.
Okay. All right.
Doom, da, doom, doom. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Kara.
Ta-
Yes.
Kiss Me.
Yes.
I don't know who it's by.
Anyone know who it's by?
Mark,
Good song.
Yes.
I'm going to throw out a guess. I know it's wrong, but Stevie Nicks?
No.
No.
I figured I'd guess.
No. Anyone?
Kiss
No.
Can't hurt.
me.
Tash.
Yes.
It's like Chrissy something.
No.
Okay.
That's Sixpence None the Richer.
Oh.
Oh no. Wouldn't
Yeah,
have
I would've
got
never
that.
guessed
That was
that.
on the tip of my tongue.
Kiss me.
Yeah.
Under the
Breathe
milky
it, milky
twilight.
twilight.
Ready?
Nice.
Oh.
Wait
I'm
for
gonna,
the chorus.
Kara.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess that it's Love Me.
Very, very close. Very, very close.
Oh, my guess for the artist was No Doubt, by the way.
No.
Jessica.
Yes.
Say that you love me.
No.
Mark.
Yes.
Tell me you love me.
No.
Fuck. I have no idea what this is. It sounds catchy.
Love me, say that you love me. Is it Love Me, Love Me?
Nope.
Oh, I don't know the name.
Is it
of the
Hold
song.
Me?
No. It is
Anything
Love
But You?
Fool
Oh.
by
Would
the
I
Cardigans.
never got that.
Never
Such a
even
good
heard of the
But you
song,
guys
though.
do it. You know.
Oh yeah, I was jamming.
Listen close to this one. This is a little bit of a different rendition of this.
I hear a bunch of bees. Buzz.
See, it's a little bit of a different rendition of it.
Tash.
Yes.
Is it Alanis Morissette?
No.
Oh shit. I know the song, but I don't know who it
You
is.
still guess the name.
Huh?
You can guess the title.
I
She
don't know
says-
the name of the title.
Yeah.
Kara?
Yes.
Is it Surrender?
No. She does say that though.
I know, but I don't know what the name of the song is.
I don't know the name of the artist. I know the song.
Anything?
I recognize the song. I just
Is
can't
it like a
remember what
long
it's
name?
called. I can't remember what it's called.
Jess?
Will be.
No. Anything? No. That's White Flag.
Damn it.
Oh. Who is it by?
Dido.
Oh, I would.
Dido?
I've heard of that.
I
Okay.
know.
I know the song,
Yeah.
but I don't know the
We're getting
artist
into
or
some
who.
more familiar stuff. Don't
This
worry.
is some good jams though. Jessica.
Yes.
Can I guess the artist?
Yes.
Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
Got it.
You can guess the song now.
Okay. Wait,
Kara's next.
4, 3, 2,
no, I don't know.
1.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't say your
knew it.
name.
I did
She
too.
did.
I said it
She
like
said
that
it.
time.
She said it.
But while she was
Said
trying
it
to
while
guess,
she was-
Play it
butthole.
back.
If you know the artist, just go.
Yeah.
Go with it. Get
I
that
wanna
2
just guess
points.
the artist.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Like,
So,
got that
yeah,
one.
very nice.
Don't look at me.
Oh.
Tash.
Yes.
Oh my god. It's. Oh my god.
4, 3,
It's called like
2.
Jump or
Well,
something. Jump something? No.
Can't give it to you, baby. Close though. Anyone?
Kara.
Yes.
Oh fuck. Is it called Jumper?
Yes.
Oh.
I know. You're so
She was holding on to see if you said the
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who it's by though.
Anyone?
No.
Mark?
Yes.
It's wrong, but Incubus?
No. That is a good guess. That is a good guess. That is. Wait, Jess, you have anything?
No.
It's Third Eye Blind.
Damn it, that's what it is.
Oh.
I would understand.
Justin's probably mad at us for that one because he probably knew that right
Yes.
away.
He's probably like,
Justin Timberlake is
I
probably
knew the
disappointed.
jump part, but I didn't know the
Right.
rest
I was
of it.
waiting for you to say
Kara.
Tash.
Yeah, Kara.
Come as you are.
Yes.
Nirvana?
Yes.
Bitch.
Kara's killing it
You
this
know,
episode.
kidding.
know.
All right.
Kara?
Yes.
Is it Sugar Ray?
Yes.
Someday?
Yes.
Mother scratcher.
Mother Scratcher. I've never heard that one before.
Oh, that's a big one in my house.
Son of
What
a
was my one that you
nutcracker.
still make fun of me for? Ooh gosh.
She was falling off of a step stool. She's like, "Ooh gosh!" And I'm like, "Who says ooh gosh when they're falling?" I'd be like, "Oh fuck!" Like, yeah, no,
Ooh, gosh.
ooh gosh. I'm like, that was
shit.
really appropriate.
I say ope.
cut you off on that one,
Tosh.
Mark. Yes.
It's Hey Ya,
Ye-
Outcast.
yes.
Good job.
I hate you guys.
Sorry.
He's like,
Finally, I'm on
Mark?
the board.
Don't have a single
wrong.
You're
point.
being
I got
Jessica.
nothing.
Oh my gosh, Car, you're killing it though.
Tara.
Tosh.
Oh my gosh. Tosh got that one.
It's yellow card.
No.
What?
Well, I guess the song before
Guess
you give
song.
up.
Guess the song.
They don't get this. She doesn't
The
get to guess the song if
reason-
she got the wrong artist.
No, she's
No,
Yeah.
we've already established this before. You
What?
don't get to guess the song if you've said the wrong artist
you're
first.
Right. You're
What?
kinda right. You're right.
Really?
Because you got the song
Yeah.
or the artist right. And you
So
Right,
then are we
right.
going to
So
count
you
the
can
point
guess-
out or are we going to give it to her because I was on board with the guess the song just now.
That's up to you.
And I just said it. So
I feel like we should give her the
Yeah.
point.
You're
That's up
okay
to you.
with
And
the
I
point?
also want to guess the artist.
I know the
Well,
artist now
fuck
that
you.
I said yellow card. I know who it is.
I knew
you
it 3
got-
beats in,
you
but
got
both
it.
of you were like, ah.
I did hear. Go ahead, Cara.
Hoobastank.
Hoopstank.
Oh,
Hoopstangies.
Hoopstangies.
Zonin who stingies.
Hoopstank. All right. Here we go. Mm.
Hmm.
Nothing. Come on,
it's
guys.
such a good song now.
So good.
Yeah.
Do you know the words to this? Are you like recognizing the song?
Don't understand.
Close.
Oh.
Oh, are we stopping? Did she-
Can I guess the
Yeah,
song?
we're 30 seconds
Jessica?
in. Yeah, you can just.
Superstition?
No.
Oh.
Looking back on when I
Oh.
was a little nappy-headed boy. Nothing? Anyone?
No, I'm not gonna get it.
No.
No?
No.
Jess, you're on the right track. That was
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
The song was called I Wish.
Okay.
I Wish.
I knew I was jamming for a reason. It
Oh,
was
this is going to be.
Stevie Wonder.
Protect your ears, Mark.
Oh.
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm surprised with all of
Tosh.
them. Yes, Tasha.
It's Everybody by Backstreet Boys.
Yes, it is.
Well, that sounded bad.
Okay, so the dropping note definitely threw me off because I thought it was Fergalicious.
The bass. oh, in the beginning. Are you ready?
Oh.
Mark,
Yes.
Super Beast. By Rap Zombie. Fuck.
No.
No, Cara. Is it White Zombie?
No, it is Rob Zombie. I'll give you a point
Oh.
for that.
Give me the point.
But the
It's-
song
it's
is,
the other one,
It's
yeah.
not Super Beast.
Oh.
Neither one of you know Rob Zombie?
No.
Dracula.
No.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Oh, Dragula.
Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches
Wait.
and slam.
Mark just got the song wrong, but he got the artist.
We made
But
an
he
exception.
guessed-
We made an exception.
I think he guessed the song.
Like, because he guessed them together and then you
Yeah.
corrected him
Yeah.
afterwards? Okay. I just want to make sure
we
it's
made the
fair.
exception for Tosh. We're making an exception
Yeah.
for Mark because he did get kind of screwed out of
He,
that
he
one.
really needed a point on the board anyways.
Yeah, fuck you for trying to take my only point
I'm
away.
just,
What's the
I just
score?
wanted to
I
make
want
it
to
was
beat Mark
fair.
so bad.
Bite
We're
your
in the
fucking
last
nipple off.
5. What's the score?
Tosh has
Cara?
5,
Oh,
Mark
no,
has
yeah.
1, I have 8, and Jess has 1.
I can literally not win.
I
Nope.
know,
No, I'm kidding. I can
sorry,
get
but-
10 points. Let's do this.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Tosh.
Yes.
It's What Is Love.
Yes.
But I don't know who the artist is.
Anyone have the artist?
Baby, don't hurt me.
I don't know who
Mark?
the artist is.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't. It's probably
It's gonna
wrong,
be
but I'm going
wrong.
to guess REM.
No, that is a really good guess too. It's
Valid,
Hadaway.
valid guess.
Hadaway is the artist.
That's what it was.
What is love?
Hey, at
by
least I threw a guess
Hadaway.
out.
Yeah, I got you on that. All right.
Fuck!
Mm. Cara,
Yes.
Creep by Radiohead.
Wow.
I
my
knew it!
Wow.
goodness.
I knew it 2 notes in. I just couldn't remember what the fucking
Goodness.
song was.
See how this gets intense down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I hate this. I hate when I recognize a song. I just cannot remember
Isn't that terrible?
what it is.
You recognize it?
It sounds a little bit familiar, but I can't. I'm thinking. And I'm
Kara,
Yes.
Save Tonight.
Yes.
And I don't know who it's by.
thought you would get it somewhere.
Save
Jess was about to go.
I was just about to
Yes.
go.
And fight the break of
That's
dawn.
by-
Come tomorrow.
Blink 182.
No. That's
Anyone else got a guess?
Third Eye
No.
Blind.
no.
No.
Good guess though. Eagle Eye Cherry.
Oh,
You
I
had
had
the eye in there.
Can I get like a quarter of a point for that?
A little sliver.
No.
Put like a dot over here next to your name.
No.
Last two. Last two.
You could be like eyeball.
Tosh.
Yes.
Waterfalls TLC.
Yes.
Sorry, Jess.
Yeah,
Just like the one I would have gotten.
All right. Last one.
I feel like we make eye contact when we know, and it's like,
Kara,
Yes.
500 miles.
Okay. Half point for 500 miles. What's the rest?
Is it I would walk 500 miles?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know who the artist is.
Okay. Half point. You grab that one. There's an
that's,
actual
Jessica.
name of this song. Yes.
Vanessa Carlton, is that the singer?
No.
Oh, damn.
There's an actual title to the song. It is not 500 miles, but it's in the title. It's 500 miles. So I'll give you a half point for that.
the only reason I know this song is How I Met Your Mother.
Walk 500 more just to be
You're like not
the
on the right
man who
part of the song, but good try.
lives in my dream.
No.
No, you're totally in the wrong.
La, la, la.
I would
Da,
walk 500.
I know.
And I'm gonna be 500 more. I'm gonna be.
Oh, I'm gonna be the man who. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. And that's the Proclaimers.
Well, there we go. I
Is that
lose, but I got a point on the board. Fuck
Hey,
you all.
everyone got a point
Tied
on the board.
with Mark.
Oh no.
You should
I
be
wanted
disappointed.
to beat you.
Tosh got 8, Mark got 1, Jess got 1, and I got
We got to
12.
do a tiebreaker for Mark and Jess.
Yes,
What?
you do.
What? Tiebreaker for last place? Mark.
yeah.
This is all-star, but
That's
smash
not
mouth.
even.
She
I
didn't know you were
don't-
going.
That's
I
not
just
even
don't
fair.
like- I don't
Somebody
like my
wants
It
to
Mark
loaded
listens-
really, really fast
I
in
feel
my
like
defense.
Mark-
I wasn't able to pause
Mark
it.
listens to that song on repeat when he gets ready in the morning. I feel like that's you.
Yeah, that's an
You're-
unfair advantage. Mark's like, I'm always ready for that song to be what comes
Every
on.
fucking
He's
day.
like, I'm opening a Linkin Park music video. I fully expect it to be them.
What was that? You were telling us about that Smash Mouth thing where it's like you're watching something and all of a sudden Smash Mouth starts playing.
Yeah.
All-Star?
Yeah.
That's why I really loved in Hello from the Magic Tavern. Arnie's girlfriend apparently is obsessed with Smash Mouth, and All Star's her favorite song.
Yeah. Can I play a funny real quick?
Go for it.
Okay.
Somebody once told me the world
Just
is gonna
hear it out.
roll
Just
me.
hear it out.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the
Just hear it out.
She was looking kind of
And you'll be singing this all night long now.
Is it going to be Baby Shark?
No.
I love Baby Shark.
well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming and they
Okay.
don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't
Oh,
stop
fuck.
coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop
Mark would listen to the entirety of this video.
How long is that video?
10, like 11 minutes long.
Yes.
All right, this is
have
the
you
end of the
have you
show.
listened Have you listened to the Sunshine in the Bag one?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You
The
should
what?
play that one.
What is
Yeah,
it?
You
Oh
sing
my
it to
God.
me all the time.
What's the song called? It's Gorillas.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Gorillas, Clint Eastwood, but in a bag. He's right. Gorillas
Yeah,
in a bag.
Yeah, gorillas in a bag. Make sure to put
I
the
feel
Z
like
in there because
I
we don't
feel
want
like
to see
I'm
gorillas in a bag.
hallucinating right now. Oh my god.
Or there's like the one that's it's an artist compilation and it's playing the songs but only using the portions of the song that are the name of the song.
You're not going to rap this whole song, right?
Yeah, this version.
Can you?
Well, Casey Beeman and I can rap this whole song.
I saw you do it when we went to the Wellington one time.
Yeah. I fucking love this song. I love the Gorillas. I love this song.
You might not love the song after this.
Oh, I bet I will.
I'm happy.
Because I used to sing that.
Glad I got sunshine. In a bag, I'm useless. But in a bag,
Yeah,
my
you're singing.
future.
I sing this to Josh all the time. I didn't know this was an actual
In a bag, I got sunshine.
I did it out of my own like creation of my mind.
Is in a bag.
Is in a bag. Is in a bag. Is in a bag. Is in a bag. Finally, someone let me out of my bag. Yeah, time for me is nothing 'cause I'm in a bag. Now you shouldn't be scared. I'm in a bag. Under the snare, intangible. Bet you didn't think, so I command
Cora
you to.
hates me when I start singing this.
Look, I'll make it
This
all
one I'm
in a
okay with.
bag. Pick and choose, sit and lose. All you different
So real quick before we wrap the episode here, do you guys listen to Gorillas at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Like older stuff. I
Are
don't
you-
listen to anything new.
Okay, their newest album, they got a new bass player,
Yeah.
and because Murdoch is.
Why did you put that in
in-
quotes?
Because they're not a
They're
real
air
Does he
band.
not
holes.
actually play bass?
They're not a real band. They're
I know,
cartoons.
I know.
So, but the new bass player. Did you guys ever watch Powderpuff Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Ace, one of the green
From
guys?
the junkyard or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the new bass player
Really?
for
Wow.
Nice.
for the Gorillas.
That's pretty
So-
awesome.
It's like referencing now that the Gorillas and the Powderpuff Girls are in the same universe.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, it's very strange. But
They're
Bruce
gonna do
Willis
a-
is also in that universe because in Stylo he chases him down and he's the cop.
A Gorillas Powerpuff Girls.
Crossover.
Well, the
episode.
the TV show's coming to Netflix pretty soon here. So
Yeah, I forgot they were doing that.
yeah, so I'm really excited for that. But
Interesting.
anyways, close her out.
All right. Well,
Baby.
thank you guys for listening to TF4 Podcast, and thank you, Jessica, for being our guest today.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. I feel like you were pretty natural. It was,
Thanks.
I
I try.
felt.
Yeah, she had a little natural help.
Yeah. All natural here.
All
So.
natural.
Please visit our website at tf4podcast.com. You can listen and download episodes, check out our blog posts and updates, as well as some tidbits about us.
Tidbits.
You can find our episodes on your go-to
Tits.
go-to podcast apps,
Big tits.
including iTunes, Podcast Addict, Castbox, and Podbean. Pretty much
I like
everything
big tits.
except Spotify and iHeartRadio.
Like
we'll
sand
let you, no, we'll
in
let
a
her, leave her
bag.
alone. Let her do her thing.
That's all I'm thinking about is in a bag.
At the end of every sentence, in a bag.
Please subscribe and leave us a review and rating
In a
bag. It's a great way to support us for free in a bag.
You son of a bitch, don't even joke about that.
It also goes a long way towards promoting us and gaining popularity.
In a bag.
You can also find us on Facebook by searching for TF4 Podcast. We post weekly updates and share our episodes. Drop us a like and follow us to stay connected for when we make new posts.
In a bag.
Stop it.
Speaking of bags, can you find our logo on bags on Redbubble?
Yeah, tote bugs. Tote
Yes,
bags.
you
Tote
can.
bugs.
Tote bugs.
It's
Tote bugs and
It's
dildos in our
it's-
secret store.
It's drawstring bags. So
Oh yeah, so you can find you can put our stuff in a bag. There are Mark's Beard and My Peach. We're trying to get Kara's symbol up there and Vox's.
Hey,
We're
hey.
trying to
know
get,
what it is
we're trying
Hey,
to
if
figure it
you,
out.
if you can get a pillowcase with my beard on one side and your peach on the other, you can sleep on our hairy peach.
Uh-oh. But if you guys have any suggestions as to
Fuzzy peach
what-
would have been better.
what logo or what is it, physical
The stickers
object,
and whatnot,
Symbol.
Yeah.
symbol that represents Vox, let us know if you have any ideas because we are stumped.
I think he needs to make himself 8-bit.
Oh my god.
I do know someone who could do that. Tony, I'm talking to you, homie.
Yeah, but
He does
that
pixel art,
wouldn't-
and it's fucking awesome.
I feel like that wouldn't collaborate with all of us having just like
one
The peach
symbol.
doesn't match
Yeah.
with the beard either.
no,
He
but
just
I
have like an
mean,
8-bit version of his like face with his hat.
Let's make an 8-bit version of all of us.
maybe. Yeah,
It
we
should
could
be
do
the hat
that.
and the
That'd be
glasses.
we gotta
cool.
toss some
What
money
should
at Tony
be.
then.
Yeah.
I'll throw Tony money.
But we currently have stickers, mugs, and phone cases available, and every
Pillowcases and
purchase
stuff,
goes to support our growth, and we appreciate you guys rocking our logo day to day.
Rude.
Wow.
Oh, that was scary.
Wow, it's Gur.
I love this show.
He's cute, but he's scary. We finally launched our YouTube channel, and we'll be posting future episodes, and you can listen to them on if you search TF4 and like and subscribe.
Hey, baby.
Are you playing footsies?
No,
Maybe.
I'm just rubbing his leg.
Watch it.
They need to
Mike.
stop being on the same side of the table.
know.
Hang on. Let's fix
Separate
this.
them.
Even
Oh,
if
fuck to you, you stupid ass. Hello.
Hello.
there's not really anywhere else we can
Boy.
put him, because if
What up?
he was in my spot, he would still be close enough to Vox, and if he was in your spot, he could just.
You have amazingly
Right.
smooth legs.
Get out of here.
Stop
Where's your
touching
hair?
him.
I don't have.
Why do you not have any
He doesn't
body
have
hair?
a lot of hair on his
Fox,
legs.
do you feel unsafe?
No.
No, he's comfortable. He's fine.
Blink twice if it's dangerous.
He blinked 4 times, so it's double dangerous. Where's your body hair?
It's Brittany, bitch.
It's on your face.
Now you're getting a little bit out of control. But if you would like
some money.
if you would like to support us financially and help us grow in other ways, you can become a Patreon at patreon.com. Just search for TF4 Podcast,
Money is cool.
and you'll see a variety of reward tiers where we give you awesome stuff in exchange for your support. Again, thank you,
Shut
I'm winning this game.
Dustin and Steve. Sorry that
Shout
no
out
one
Dustin
could
and Steve.
hear my plugs at the end of that because my
We're all
idiot
assholes.
Sorry.
boyfriend was Vox was putting a lot of drops when I was talking.
We're all assholes.
Anyway.
I was putting my feet in Kara's crotch and Jessica's
Oh my
butt.
What?
What?
That's not
Yeah,
my
we were being
butt,
assaulted.
It's my
Oh, your
leg.
hip.
He's
Whoops.
way off.
I
In
My
your-
ass
About a
is
foot
over
off.
here. Yeah.
But
You missed my pun.
Mark, shut up.
thank you for listening. I'm Natasha.
Hey, I'm Vox.
Marcus.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kara.
Bye.
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 What is your problem?
Bye.